Hello everyone, and once again a very warm welcome to all of you to the PUBG Mobile Club Open 2020 Fall Split Pakistan Region Semi Finals, sponsored by the Oppo F15 with fast charging, lightning fast, endless one. My name is Varun Super Johnny John, and today we are finally here. It's going to be the last day of the semi-final, ladies and gentlemen, and joining me on the desk, it's going to be Phoenix. How are you doing?
Thanks a lot, Johnny, for the introduction, and I'm very good and I'm very excited as well because this is the last chance for all the teams.
Yeah.
And they are left with only 4 games. You have the last 4 games to perform well and be on the top and play the finals. And I'm very excited, and I really want that Portal Esports should maintain a very high gap between the first and the second position.
I mean, definitely. I mean, Portal Esports, they already have a pretty big lead, and the games they played yesterday were incredible. So they're going to get another opportunity today, as today, once again, we're going to have 4 games, as Phoenix mentioned, and all the 4 games are going to be played by teams from Group B and C. And there's a lot on the line for these lads. I mean, not just the slots for the finals, but in the finals itself. Let's have a look at it, at things the players and the teams are fighting for. It's going to be the prize money and the 3 slots for PMPL Season 2. So for the first position, you get $2,600. Second, you get $1,600. Third to 16th, you do get $1,100, but it's only going to be the top 3 that move to the PMPL Season 2. 17 to 32nd, it's just going to be $600, and that prize money is, I think, we are going to find out who are going to be the teams that get just the $600. And point distribution system is also in front of us, has been a tournament standard for a long time. 20 points for first position, second position gets you 14, third position gets you 10, fourth position gets you 8, and the points keep on dropping from there on out. 10th position, it's going to be just 2 points. 11 to 16, you just get 1 point, and 1 point for every single kill. I think that's how teams like Portal Esports, teams like Team Bablu, TUF have actually managed to keep up on the top position. And we do have the teams that are playing in front of us, the groups as they are. Team Bablu, HFD, Golden Stars 247. This entire group, Group A, is done with their matches.
Yep.
Group B and C are going to be playing today. TUF, F4 Esports, IGen in a really bad position already. Exterminators, they are basically already out, since after the 16 games they haven't made it into the top 15. And then we have the teams that are going to be playing the matches, that is Solo, NextGen, SCYTES, TeamPKVIRUS as the first 4 teams in Group B. Solo Esports is barely on the edge of making it, along with the players of NextGen Esports. Moving forward, we have R3D, HellRaisers, ZARAR Esports as the final 4 in Group B.
Yeah, that's true, and I just want to focus on the team HellRaisers, how they are going to perform today. If you are talking about performing, we have a Group C team roster, we have Team H2E, Portal Esports, No Rules, and TeamOP. They are the first 4 teams of the Group C. Let's have a look at the last 4 teams of the Group C, which are, okay, Not Esports, FoolEsports, Team Oxy, and I just want to mention Team Oxy. They well performed yesterday. I really want to perform the same and today game as well.
Yeah, definitely. We all want to see the intensity that Portal Esports brought in the matches that they played yesterday. But today's schedule is in front of us. So Erangel, Sanhok, Vikendi, and then the last game we have Erangel again. So it's going to be quite interesting. The last 2 Erangels, the last Sanhok of the semifinals, and definitely the last Vikendi that these guys are going to be playing. So final 4 games, if you fail to make it into the top 15, you are out of the tournament. You won't be moving to the finals. And talking about top 15, yes, the top 15 will be moving, because once again, let me remind you who is waiting for these lads in the finals. It is going to be the team that represented Pakistan in the PUBG Mobile World League Season 0 East Division. It is going to be Freestyle joining them over there, and they're definitely going to bring the experience and the tactics that they learned and picked up from the teams in the World League, and will be looking to put up a show for us. But now let us have a look at the leaderboard before we get the day started and look at how things are lined up for the teams that are going to be playing.
Yeah, that's true. At the first, we know that is Portal Esports, as well as on second position we have F4, and the third we have TUF. So these 3 teams having a good competition between them, fighting for the first, second, and third position. But I am just witnessing that TeamPKVIRUS also climbing up on the 8th position with 131 points, and if they are going to get a second dinner, maybe they are going to be on top 4. But Team Oxy still on the 5th position without having a chicken dinner, as well as the same for F4 Esports. So these teams are showing that if you don't get a chicken dinner, no problem. You just have to be consistent. And R3D Esports as well as Team SFD, they are also climbing up on the 9th and the 12th position. But I'm a little curious about NextGen Esports. Are they going to showcase the same performance they showed in the yesterday games?
Not just them, I think HFD is also going to be an interesting team to keep an eye out for, because the difference is not that much, and HFD are done with their matches, so is Golden Stars. So if the teams below them actually perform really well, they might be on the verge of getting kicked out. IGen and Exterminator is already out of the tournament, 16 matches completed, 19th and 23rd position. That's not going to be a good place for the team to be at. Solo Esports, yesterday they were somehow consistent in the first 5 matches that they played, because of which they actually managed to make it to the 16th position. But then in the very last game, they fumbled up. NextGen and North Esports stepped up, and the situation was turned around completely. So today is also going to be an opportunity for these teams to fight out and see who are going to be the 15 names that are going to be moving to the finals, as we say. And it is going to be an interesting set of matches, because yesterday, as we were talking about it, Portal Esports, they were really consistent, getting 2 chicken dinners in the matches that they played. Solo Esports constantly, as I said this yesterday as well, they need to get at least 13 points in every single game, and they did that for the first 5 games. But the moment they failed, the moment they got an early exit in a matchup, I mean early, they were the first team to get taken out with 1 point and no kill points coming in for them. They dropped down 2 places. So that means they were reset basically for one entire match that they did and performed really well. Now today, Solo Esports, I'm still expecting them to keep an average of around 14 to 15 points today in all the 4 games. Failed to do that once again, facing extension.
Yeah, that's true. Facing extension, and I think so that they know the same thing you're just telling about. They just have to perform well. But if they are going to get a chicken dinner in the first game, I think so their morale is going to get a very good boost, and maybe after that they are going to perform well in the next matches. And what do you think? Which team are going to get the chicken dinner? What are you?
Well, I think that's going to be a long shot to predict the winners of the match. But let's have a little look at the head-to-head between 2 teams that are on the 14th and the 15th position right now quickly. So SCYTES and ZARAR Esports, the stats are on the screens, and ZARAR, even though they have more kills, they are still a little bit lower than SCYTES. So that's one thing that they will have to worry about. But they did perform really well yesterday. Let's see how they do today, as the very first match of the day on Erangel is live already, and the trajectory of the plane is in front of us. It starts from Milta Power and goes all the way towards the shooting range area. So the southwestern part of the map, Primos, Ferripier, Query, Gatka, those places are going to be hard to reach at. You will be able to get to the military base, but you're going to have to drop close to the Novo Bridge and then pick up a vehicle from there. Or you're going to have to go through the whichever team actually decides to land towards Novorep. Now, alright, interesting thing, yesterday we saw TeamOP go towards Talbot and play the game around from that location, but today it looks like they're heading for Novorep Noi.
Yeah, that's true, and I just want to see that which team is going to choose going to drop at the location of Pochinki, so that maybe they're going to do their basic loot there, or they're going to pick up some vehicles and move towards their favorite location, just like Hospital, or we can say Ferripier or Primos. But right now we can see all the teams are going to land at their favorite position, and Portal Esports, they are going towards the Georgia Pool side, and if they are not going to get any competition while they are just landing there, I don't think so. Maybe they are in a very good position. And the circle, the circle from the starting, the circle is also favoring them. But Solo Esports, NextGen Esports, as well as TeamOP plus Team Oxy, they have to do some early rotations.
Yeah, the early rotations are going to be required from the teams, as you mentioned, but it's going to be an interesting scenario as well, because now where will the circle go? Is it going to be the open Gatka fights where we do see the trenches play an important role, or are we finally going to see the Query, Ferripier or Primos situation? I remember the last time I was casting matches in Pakistan and the circle was towards Primos. It was a long time ago. It was last year, in fact, and the play that I witnessed, it is still quite fresh in my memory. A lad named Groza in a 1 versus 6 situation, and he actually clutched it out for his team for the chicken dinner. So it is moments like that that you'd want to witness, and I think I'm excited for this match. It's been a while since I've seen HellRaisers go towards Nova Repnoi, and it is going to be an interesting scenario because now they are up against the players of FoolEsports, and the last time they landed there, they won the fight. They basically destroyed their opponents and had a really good standing in the game. But this time as well, we are going to see how far HellRaisers can go, because they definitely need a good momentum going into the finals. The team has been doing really well. I mean, semi-finals for them started really nicely, but it was their second day when they sort of started messing up.
Yeah, that's true. And if you're talking about this team, HellRaisers, they are one of the most aggressive team. Can they win this fight against Team FoolEsports? But they have to be a little bit, I think so, have to be a little bit safe, because TeamOP is also there towards the western area of Nova Repnoi. If they are interested, I think so they are going to do a third party if they listen some gun sounds. But look at the position of RdxEsports. They went to Zerky, going to do their loot very easily, and no team is in front of them except Portal Esports, just think that they are going to destroy their party. But Portal Esports also moving towards the Rozhok side. They are going to lure at the individual compound, which is near towards the northern side of Rozhok, and I think so RdxEsports can do their rotations very easily. But Team Solo, look at the split of the players. Sight is very far away from his team, from his teammates, and if he's going to spot it out, he's going to be in a big trouble. If we are talking about spotting out Arshid, can he spot some players of Fool Bunny and FoolRaiser? They are very close to them, and FoolRaiser trying to knock Arshid, but he just connect only few shots, and Arshid is surviving on 40% HP.
Yeah, Arshid is now going to run back, go into the compound with his teammate Snaker, and the heals should be coming in shortly, but they have to spot out the other players from the side of FoolEsports as well, because you do not want to face a threat that you do not know about or where the players are going to come in from. You do see the players on the back lines, but HellRaisers, the players from HellRaisers don't actually see them, because we have the advantage of having a really good guy with the top view, but inside of the game, situations are completely different. You are looking at a window, you have that tunnel vision set in with you, being focused on one particular location, and then you get shot in from a flank. So don't want that to happen. You need to use your teammates, have them spread out and get as much information as you can. Or I think players from HellRaisers, since they are already done with having basic loot on all the 4 players, they can actually try and back off and get away from this early engagement and just try and avoid being eliminated early on. Talking about other things in the matchup this time, what a pleasant surprise. Yasnaya Poliana, there's just one team there. We are always used to seeing an early fight in that location, and not necessarily towards the city, towards the Nova containers, but this time situations are different. I mean, it is the last day of the semi-finals, and teams are going to try and see if they can switch things around going into the finals, especially the teams that are already making it. These 2 teams, like for example, and we did see one of the players from the side of HellRaisers go down. Adnan was knocked out by Charlie. The finish is going to come in quite easily to the lads of FoolEsports. Adnan is trying to get into the line of sight for his teammates, but no, his teammates were cooking the nade, and you should have had your gun out, but the nade works as well, and Snaker getting the first knock on Bunny. Charlie hiding behind the broken wall. Snaker with another nade spots out Charlie. The nade still being cooked. Oh, it actually connects. The man is incredible. Gets 2 knocks with 2 nades and turns things around for the squad of HellRaisers, and has sort of created an opening for his team in a situation where they had none. Another player, Smoke, he's charging in. Snaker aims again, and this 1, 2, 3 for 3 with the grenades as well, almost finishing off Charlie. Now FoolEsports, they're just left with 1 player. That's going to be Razor, and it's going to be a challenge to him to see if he can actually take down Snaker, and he does do that. But is it going to be too late? The other 2 lads from the side of HellRaisers now know the information. It's just 1 player. Both of them can charge in together and go for the finish. Khan 420. Arshid, don't give him time to go for the revive with the UMP in his hand. Jumps on top of the shack, goes for the shot, drops down, misses everything, goes for the knock, gets the knock. The last player barely surviving, and that's the finish on the players of FoolEsports by HellRaiser. An amazing play coming from from Snaker and Arshit. That jump from the shack, the nades, everything about that was incredible. But now is going to be the challenge where HellRaisers are going to have to heal up really fast because the blue zone is coming in, and then they will have to rotate.
Yeah, that's true. And you know what? The nade Snaker is throwing is very precise that he just do a 1v3 situation. Bro, you just have to change your name to Snaker to Bomber. Okay, it's his choice. I don't want to tell anything. But now we have to focus. The Team Oxy, they are inside the zone. They don't have to go. I think so. If they are going to go from the military bridge towards the very pair sides, they are going to have an upper hand if any team decide to go from a military bridge as well. But ZARAR Esports, they are just doing their rotation from the southern side of Pochinki, and they're still trying to spot some players as well if they are able to. But the teams like we can say H2E are very close to them. If they decide to go towards the Pochinki area, they can have a fight with them as well. But I don't think so that this is a good idea, because we just hit the 8-minute mark. There are only 13 teams left. We have 51 players are alive. But team sides, oh my god, they are on the mountain area. Okay, I think so. They just hear the gun sound. Tarzan can spot some players. Also, ZARAR Esports and Professor Cartouche just got knocked out. Tarzan again trying to spot some player, and D-Range trying to fight back. And Phobia also got knocked out in the retaliation fire.
Yeah, I mean, the retaliation fire was pretty incredible. That's why we do see the players of ZARAR on the floor. But the range is going to be taken down as well as Ghost steps in. But on the other side, we do see all these sports going up against No Rules as well. So multiple fights happening early on in this matchup. ZARAR Esports in some trouble. Abu and Tarzan going for the flank. Ghost is going to be taken down. He tried to go for the backstab, but now I think this is going to be the end of ZARAR. There's no way they're coming back from this fight. Tarzan is going to finish off the player, and there it is. SCYTES come out on top. And in an instant, actually, we are down to just 11 teams in this match. The first 8 minutes. Today, I think it is going to be an aggressive play coming in from every single team that we have in this matchup, apart from RDX. I mean, starting from Zarki, and there are no teams in the northern side of the map, so they are going to have a fun time.
Yeah,
they are definitely going to have a fun time.
Yeah, that's true. And R3D, they are also looking very promising because they are already in the center of the zone and the drop is very close to them. But I really want to see that the players are approaching towards the drop and maybe collect some good loot. And if there's an OM, maybe they are going to be very happy, because every single time if you're having an OM and there's a sniper in your team, you are having a very good fight. You are having an upper hand while taking a long range fight. But Team OP and Team Oxy, they are very close to them. Maybe they can reach them easily while they are rotating. But right now, look at the airdrop one. We have M249 with a level 3 kit. Okay. Can R3D Esports loot that drop? If they are going to get the upper hand in a short range fight, in a close range fight, I can say, because M249, you're going to have 100 bullets in a single gun, and you can easily eliminate 2 teams in a single in a row. And I just want to see that maybe R3D players should approach towards the drop. But okay, NextGen Esports has decided that they are going to loot. They are going to approach towards the drop, and Adil, maybe he's going to loot that drop. But the main thing is right now how the teams are rotating. RdxEsports, they are rotating from the Georgia City bridge, and literally no team is there in front of them. They are going to have a very happy time, and sides are very close to Portal Esports. But Ghost, no, I think so he knew that there are maybe some players of other teams as well.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely do expect teams to have compounds in such scenarios, and that's why you sort of just go around them a couple of times, see if you can spot on anyone, and then you try and take control of them. And as we do see the players of SCYTES pass by, Tarzan is going to take some damage, but he's going to be able to get away. But on the other side, R3D do spot out the players of NextGen, and that's going to be Oreo being taken down by Anubis, although Zio was also dishing out the damage. And there are a lot of shots being fired at the direction of the players of NextGen Esports, but with the knock coming in, they definitely sit at a disadvantage. Oh, Zio takes a bullet straight to the face, and his helmet is going to take a lot of damage. He does lose out on a lot of health as well, but he's going to heal up. There goes the first aid, back to 75 HP and back in a position to take the fight.
Yeah, that's true, and I think so this fight is going to take a very long time because they are already inside the zone. The third zone is going to be in just a few minutes, and they are already in the center of the zone. So I think so that this fight is going to take a lot of time until and unless any team decided to destroy the party or maybe enjoy the party to a third party and going to kill some players. But we can see Team Oxy, they are very close to the players of Team SCYTES, and they spotted some players of, okay, this is Solo Absol is Bucky just got starting drifting, and maybe he's going to be in a big trouble because Destroy just spotted him out. The whole team of Oxy Esports know the location of Solo Esports. They are going to knock them out and going to rush towards them. If this is going to happen, they are going to be very happy if they are going to get some early kills. But I'm just focusing that at which location the zone is going to take a shift. Okay, it's just take a southern shift, and Esports, they are outside the zone, but right now I think so if they take in a southern rotation towards the Cory side, they have to face a Solo or maybe Team Oxy. But HellRaisers and TeamOP, they are quite happy because they are in the center of the zone.
Yeah, I mean, the center of the zone is going to be quite an important position to be at, especially with the compounds that you do see on the southeastern side. So that cluster, I think, has to be a really high priority location, since it's going to be close to a shift that happens towards the southern direction. But what was that? Vegeta, he just drove in your face, and Vegeta, even though he dished out a lot of damage, wasn't able to get a knock in that situation. Steps out of the compound, spots out the player, but can he get the knock? No, the slight curve in the terrain is going to protect Joker. He gets out of the buggy, as I think the tires have been blown out, but Joker, he's going to be stuck out in the open. He's going to have to wait for his teammates to come to save him. Ghost, they are trading with nades, but Ghost does manage to survive with barely any HP, right? R3D in some trouble, as we do see them take a fight against the players of TeamOP, and Zia was one of the men who actually fell down for the squad and got finished off. So it's going to be an interesting fight, as out in the open, in the center of the circle, there are a lot of teams that have already clustered in that location, and the fights are definitely going to happen one after the other. So I feel like this is going to be a very short game on this map that we have.
Yeah, I think so. I think the same thing. But right now, R3D... Oh, Dread just knocked out R3D Joker by ramming his car onto him. But the thing is, can he get a revive? If the team is just going to think that they are going to destroy the party of R3D Esports, okay, the kill also got confirmed, and R3D are down to only 2 members, and there are 11 teams left. Guys, you have to perform well. Maybe they are going to perform well, but right now, NextGen Esports knock down a player of Oxy, and he is Trinidad, and right now they have to give a revive. Maybe this is a I think so long range fight, so they have a chance to revive their players. And Uzim just moving forward towards the player. Okay, they are going to move forward towards the player of Solo Esports. They already know that where are the opponents, but still they have to be a little bit careful. Maybe if there is a third party is going to happen, they are in a big trouble, because the team RdX, they are very close to them, and they already knocked a player, and yeah, they are a little close. But NextGen Esports just want to confirm that kill, but Voltrox just stopped that aggression coming from NextGen Esports side, and Adil having a DP28 trying to spot the player, trying to confirm that knocked kill. But meanwhile, R3D Walker also got knocked out, and it's only down to Anubis. He is the last player surviving. Can he make that fight into his favor? The time is going to tell, but still Adil cannot able to confirm that kill.
So 11 teams right now, 39 players alive. Oxy, they have lost 1 lad, but the revive is going to happen on Trinidad. And the circle takes a westward shift towards, well, I think that's as close to Query as we can get, so Fixus needs to be happy with just that. But for the time being, I think the terrain is going to be pretty interesting. RdX, they get into a fight against Oxy, and they take down players one after the other. So one finish, an almost knock coming in. It's an instant knock and finish from the players of RdX. So the backstab is definitely happening. And it is interesting to see a team that started from the extreme northern part of the map come into the circle from the south. So they've definitely put in the miles of rotation that they've made in this map. On the other side, Portal Esports in some trouble, taking a fight against H2E, and Thala was the man that was taken down. Solo Esports, I really like the position that they hold in this circle, right on the eastern edge, right on the southeastern edge, and no team to actually contest them, because the teams on the high ground are going to be busy fighting amongst themselves. So Solo Esports can definitely just keep their head down and try and survive, but Vegeta from Portal Esports is going to get punished for being too close to that Dacia and is going to take a knock. MK is a little bit far away from his team, so the support definitely is going to have to take the rotation and go for the fight from the flank.
Yeah, that's true, and H2E Ati is not stopping. Again, knocked the player of Portal Esports, and he is MK. Right now, Portal Esports in a big trouble because they are trying to revive the player who got knocked out, and unfortunately, one more player also got knocked out. So I think so. The thing is, you just have to leave Vegeta and move inside the zone. The first priority is zone, and H2E is just doing the same, but they also got punished by the team side. Ghost knocked out the player. Dread and Ati just slammed the car towards the compounds of very near to Corey. And Ati is barely surviving on 10% HP. They are down to only 3 men. Hacker is coming from the left side of the compound. Aswa spotted them out. Sushil trying to knock some players and throw the grenade towards them. Oh, Jigsaw got knocked out right now. H2A is in a big trouble because Ati just got knocked out. And oh my god, SCYTES, they did a third party.
Yeah, the third party is definitely going to be successful, but HellRaisers in some trouble as Taker got finished off. TeamOP versus H2E. This fight has just gotten a lot more intense as Hacker is going to be the last man surviving for his team. Spots out one player through the window, goes for the shots, but the nade is going to land right in his face. Oh, he manages to avoid it as the grenade shoots and goes through the kitchen into the lobby of the house, and Hacker is just going to be thanking his graces just for that one extra bounce coming in. But now, even now, the trouble is not gone away completely. I mean, the 3 players do know where he is. They know he's still surviving, and they are just waiting for an opportunity that he is going to overpeak. He's going to show his head, and he's going to be taken out. But Rajput, he has the grenades. If he can land this one perfectly, that's going to be it. And there we go. H2E out of the game on the 11th position.
Yeah, that's true, and it's Team OP Rajput with only single T, and the double T got eliminated, but still they are looking very strong. They just got eliminate one team, and they are quite happy as well because they got some kills as well. But look at the location of zone, at which side the zone is going to take a shift. But I just want to see, oh, okay, it's just going to go opposite, and Team OP, not Esports as well as SCYTES, they are quite happy because they are inside the zone. NextGen Esports, Oxy, RDX, and Solo plus Portal Esports, they have to do a rotation, and this is not going to be very easy because all the team, they are going to gatekeep so that no other team could get inside the circle, and they are going to get some kills as well. But Oreo trying to spot some players of Team Oxy. This fight is literally going from a long time, and Wartrox just spotted a player of R3D Esports, and he is anyways got finished as well. But we have airdrop 4 with the OM and a level 3 gate. At this position, that OM is, if you are going to get OM inside the drop, is this a nice thing if you pick that up or not?
I mean, it's always going to be a nice thing if you can knock down your opponents with just one shot connecting. That's always going to be a nice thing. That puts so much pressure on the opponent. I mean, just hearing the sound of the weapon, you know that you're not going to peek that guy who has that weapon. So, definitely gives you an advantage. But Tarzan making an advantage for himself with the grenades coming and knocking out the players of Portal Esports. RDX Hamza is going to be spotted out in the open by Oreo, and he just jukes out the shots, running left and right, avoiding the bullets coming in for Oreo. Now it's going to be his turn to take the shots with the ghillie suit. Why are you this close to the car? Just prone down on the ground and back off a little bit. You are going to spot him out first before he even realizes where you are. And RDX, I think they just got themselves in trouble with the split that they had going for themselves. Look at this. Hamza is nowhere to be seen. Malik is going to be the last man left standing in this situation. Hamza gets knocked down. Now Malik is literally the last man left standing in this fight, and the players from North Esports are just charging in to go for the finish. And there it is. He's going to be down on his knees, but not before he revived his teammates. So now they have Danny who's standing. Danny gets finished, and there go the players of RdxEsports. But no, Danny, oh, I thought he was going to be able to do a 1v2 and buy himself some breathing space. But finally, RDX taking an exit from this matchup. Now, it is going to be time for Portal Esports again. Vegeta gets taken down this time. MK was knocked out a few seconds ago, but he is back on his feet. Solo Moise going down. Have to keep an eye out for Team Solo. They have to get 14 to 13 points in this match. Otherwise, they are just going to keep on falling down and down in the leaderboard. Ghost has spotted out the players of Portal Esports as well. If he can actually manage to pick up the kills of the players from Portal Esports, who for some reason keep getting knocked out again and again, he's going to be in a good spot. Spots out Thala, goes for the shots with the Mini 14, but Thala just staying behind the cover is going to be safe.
Yeah, that's true. Right now he is safe until and unless the zone is going to take a hard shot. But Team OP, are they going to take fight with Team Solo Esports? But HellRaisers just knocked the players of Oxy, who is Voltrox, and Solo goes knocked out the player of Portal Esports, and he's going to confirm that kill very early. And Tala just got eliminated from here. And Portal Esports, MK is the last man surviving right now. Portal Esports just got eliminated. I'm a very cursed caster. You know what? Every single time when I say that this team is going to survive, they just got eliminated. So this is a different thing. Let's focus on the game. Team OP, they are having 4 kills right now. 7 teams are there, 18 players are alive. Team OP and Team Solo, I think so they are now ready to take a fight, or they are going to run away because they really need some points. But OP Rajput is not going to get you there. He's going to spot you down and going to kill you as well. And Rajput got the domination title, confirmed 3 kills for himself. And I think so Solo just trying to be a little passive. They are just want to move away from here. They just want to delay that fight. And Team OP did the same. And Solo, they are moving inside the zone, and they are very close to the inside. But Oreo burst down the car of Hamzo, and Hamzo got eliminated from the game. And Team OP Aspa still trying to knock some players, but Solo goes, got knocked out. Saib trying to fight back, but Team OP Asaba also knock him down. And Solo Moise is the last man surviving for his team. Can he get some points for his team, because they are looking in a big trouble? And HellRaisers Khan got the domination title as well.
Yeah, the domination is going to be there for the player, but how far can you carry your team with that going? Oreo, look at him going up in the kill feed again and again, just getting the pick. But now, Team OP Rajput is going to be taken down by Side Sabu, and he's going to be finished off as well in the single spray. Team OP with just 2 players left standing. We have 7 teams in this match of 12 players alive. OP Sushil is going to be taken down by Abu. Oreo is going to take down the players of HellRaisers. Khan is going to be finished off, and there goes the entire team. North Esports step in. Sensei is going to be taking the fight, but NextGen Oreo finally gets taken down. And Sites, they are fighting really well, considering that they have only 2 players in this matchup left. How long can they go for? That's going to be a really big question. They have a few kills confirmed already, and they have a decent positioning. Solo, they are still surviving, but it is going to be a tough situation, as it is just Moise who is alive, and the players, as I say that, he's going to be finished off by Aswa from Team OP. But Moise with an 8 did actually manage to take down Sushil, so someone, one of the other teams can take advantage of the situation. Now Sites Abood is the last man surviving. North Esports, we have Sensei as the last man surviving. NextGen, they have all 4 players for them. So NextGen, they were sitting on the 16th position, just outside of the qualification slot. If they actually get the chicken dinner, they're going to be quite comfortably inside the qualification mark, and from there on out, it's just going to be them just getting a few points every single match to maintain where they are. Aswa is going to get the kill on Abu. Sites are going to be eliminated. 3 teams remaining, 1 versus 2 versus 4 situation. Sensei, he has popped a smoke right in front of him, so he's going to be shot at a lot by the players of NextGen Esports. As Emerge is still trying to see if we can see someone popping their head from the edge of the smoke, but that is not going to happen. Sensei is just going to hide inside it. Aswa gets taken down. So Sushil, the last man left standing for his team, is going to try and see if he can. I mean, it's just a fight to see who gets eliminated later. Sushil is going to take down and finish off Oreo, but there goes Team OP. That means we know now who's going to be finishing on the 2nd position. It's going to be Sensei and NextGen. They will take the chicken dinner with the 6 kills that they have, and there are the shots. NextGen do get the chicken dinner in the very first match of this map of Erangel, and the first match of our day today. quite an interesting situation in the final, not just the final fight, but the fights that actually happened before that. A lot of third parties coming in, and the way the teams were rotating actually did impact how they finished.
Yeah, that's true. And NextGen Esports, the good strategy from their side. They're just focusing to get that placement point, and that strategy worked out for them. And finally, they got the chicken dinner. I think so. The teams who are in the second chart of the leaderboard, they are a little bit maybe afraid because maybe they are going to get a very good competition. And I really want to see how many points they have. I think so. They have only 28 points, but this is going to give it a very high boost.
Yeah, I think 26 or 27 points or something where the players of NextGen are going to be looking themselves at. Let's have a look at the MVP for this match. And I think it is going to be Rajput with a single T. 4 kills, 625 damage, survival time of 22 minutes and 5 seconds. Distance covered is going to be 8.29 kilometers. So quite an amazing performance from this lad. I was actually expecting to see Oreo in there.
Yeah, that's true. But you know what? Rajput is the only man just destroying the party from the team solo. If they survive that aggression coming from Rajput's side, maybe they are going to be in the top 2. But Rajput, he is not letting you go. He just knocked out Absol and confirmed that kill as well. So yeah, he deserved that MVP title.
Yeah,
but
definitely. I mean, this guy, as you said, instant knocks and finish was the thing that he was going for.
That's true. And the nade from his side as well. He is very good in nading, and that's why they just eliminated the team of, I think so, H2E. And H2E, they have to improve their gameplay. They are very close to them. But the thing is, the split formation didn't work out for them. RT just they slammed the car into the compound towards the stream of Solo. But let's have a look at the top 5 player. We have Not Esports Amir having 4 kills with 613 damage, and Car 420 is also there having 4 kills, and NG and NextGen Esports Oreo, he's there. You just looking for him? He's there. He's having 3 kills, 689 damage, and Side Ghost is also there and having 615. So these players can manage to get almost the average damage is 6 or almost of 600. So I can see that maybe they are going to improve, or maybe they are going to get very high kills in the next match.
I mean, I agree with that. We definitely need to see more kills coming in for the players, because the way the kill feed was going, there were definitely a lot of knocks happening. And even yesterday, we had games wherein we had 74 knocks in the matchup. We had 80 knocks in the very last match of the day. And that does not need to happen. When you are knocking down the player, you have to prioritize securing that point for your team somehow, and not just letting the player get back up on their feet. We're going to have the match summary in front of us in a few moments, and there we're going to see how this match went out for the players. Utility usage was definitely done, especially with the nade kills coming in. I mean, the match started with Snaker getting the 3K on the players of FoolEsports. Do have the standings in front of us. NextGen Esports, 27 points coming in for them. North Esports comes right behind them. Not that big of a difference, 21 points. Then we have 19 for TeamOP. HellRaisers, they have 10 kills, 15 points coming in, so a really good performance. Solo Esports just falling a little bit short of where they wanted to, where I wanted them to be. 10 points coming in for them. Team Oxy, they had a decent position. Team Oxy are in a really comfortable position. Do not need to worry about them. Do not need to worry about Portal Esports. H2E, they need to worry about themselves as well, because H2E is also quite low in the standings. RdxEsports, FoolEsports in a really good position. R3D, they need a chicken dinner performance and no rules as well.
Yeah, that's true. But I just want to mention the RdxEsports Tiger.
Yeah.
They are just got clustered out in a compound. The team is rushing towards them, and Tiger just knocked him down by his own grenade. So I think so maybe they just got a little clumsy. He did that, and I just want to mention that he did the same thing.
RdxEsports got taken out because they were split up in a 3-1. And the one player got knocked down, the other 3 players were then sort of sandwiched between 2 other teams and got finished off.
They did not got finished inside the compound?
The Tiger did get finished inside the compound, and he got rushed on by another team, and his other teammates were on the back lines. And that is one thing that we talked about yesterday as well. In the final situation, when you're trying to enter the final few circles, you need to stay together and not be split up. The 1-3 split, the 2-2 splits do work out for you great when you're rotating into the early circles, be it the 2nd to 3rd circle transition or the 3rd to 4th circle transition. But from the 4th circle onwards, when you know that you are quite close to your opponents, you need to stay together. That's why we did see the teams that were performing really well. I mean, talk about the squad of TeamOP. They got taken out the moment they went for the split. And situations like that was the leaderboard in front of us, and Portal Esports 202. But I don't think anyone is going to even come close to challenge them unless Team Oxy or HellRaisers all of a sudden just started popping off in the match.
Yeah, that's true. And Team OP just climbing up on the 7th position with 146 points. Nice amount of points. But HellRaisers, they are also looking in a very quite good position. But Team SCYTES and NextGen Esports, they are also climbing up on the 13 and 14 position. They're having same amount of points equal to R3D Esports. So they are a little bit worried because they're having a very good amount of competition at the 12th to 15th position. I really want to see which team is going to be on the top. But Golden Stars, they just played all their matches. They are in a big trouble. And if FoolEsports is trying to get some second inners, they are in a big trouble. But RdxEsports just got climbing up on the 21st position. But I don't think so that they can manage to go on the second chart of the leaderboard.
But look at this. This is what being inconsistent gets you. ZARAR Esports, even with the chicken dinner, are outside of the top 15. Solo Esports, as I said, do desperately need a chicken dinner or a second place finish with at least 6 to 7 kills right now in a match to make it into the top 15, and then from there on out they just need to stay in the top 5 to just make sure that their position in the top 15 is going to be secured. Otherwise, Solo Esports is going to be in so much trouble as the games keep on moving forward, because right now we're sitting with 3 matches left. This match in Erangel is done. The next one is going to be Sanhok. That's going to be a really fast ordeal. After that, you just have 2 matches remaining. Then you have 1 game remaining after the last Erangel. You are done with the matches in the finals. You don't have any more opportunities left. By the time you reach the last Erangel, you should already be in the top 15 if you are not. And if you are not in the top 15 by the last Erangel, you are in a really big trouble. Just saving the qualification opportunity for the last game, it is a really bad thing. And the pressure in the last game, it is going to be really immense. And the teams are going to be in a really huge mess if that ends up happening.
Yeah, that's true. And the next match is Sanhok. This is one of the most unpredictable match because we can see third party, fourth party, and sometimes fifth party. And in that situation, I think so Solo Esports is quite good because they can manage to do some third party. In the yesterday match, they also did that too. They just charged towards the FoolEsports while they're having a fight with the team side. So they use that thing into their favor. That's why they got 2 early kills in the game. I think so they just have to stick to the basic. They have to stick to the same plan, and that's why maybe they are going to get some consistent.
But definitely, I agree with that. The plan that worked out for them yesterday was actually pretty great. Yes. Today, in the first game, I mean, no one expected HellRaisers to be that aggressive. I mean, I do because I remember the team from the spring split, but it was at that time as well when you used to see Snaker and his teammates just be super aggressive, take the fights early on and not care about the late stages, because they used to pick up 10-9 kills every single match. That was how the team worked. They would get like 4 or 5 placement points. But today it seems like we have the old HellRaisers back with us. Let's see if the action continues in the next matches, as we are going to head out to a very short break. So you guys stay tuned and keep watching. We'll be right back. Hello everyone, and once again welcome back to the PUBG Mobile Club Open 2020 Fall Split Pakistan Region Semi Finals, where we are almost done with the matches in the semi finals and have the 15 names in front of us. My name is Warren John, being joined by Phoenix on the desk, and now it is time to head towards the second match of the day, which is going to be played on Sanhok.
Yeah, that's true. One of my favorite map, basically, because we can see some early fights, and in this map, what you have to focus on the team solo, how they are going to perform, and are they going to get the second winner, or they're going to show the consistent performance so that they can get in the top 15 and move into the finals. As well as the team sites, they are also looking very confident. They are also giving very tough competitions who are on the second page of the leaderboard.
Yeah, sites, I mean, definitely they are on the 15th position, but another team that is almost getting into the final is going to be the team of ZARAR Esports. Right now, just a step ahead of Team Solo, and both these teams will be battling it out in the matches that we have lined up for today, and will be trying to make it to the final stages, where the top 15 teams will be moving in. But also, we have to keep an eye on the teams that are inside the top 15 right now, but are done with their matches and will be falling down. That is going to be Team HFD and Team Golden Stars. If the teams outside of the top 15 and teams with 13 matches played actually perform really well and are consistent with the number of points that they're earning, that the difference is so close, Golden Stars might just fall down and might just be eliminated in the semi-finals. So quite an interesting scenario over there. Also talking about the teams in the top half of the standings, they have done really well for themselves, like well enough that the standings can remain constant, at least as far as the top 5 is concerned.
Yeah, that's true. And Portal Esports, they are very happy because they're on the top. They just want to, this is the time to do some experiments that they maybe can change their roster or their drop location. But the thing is, how these teams are going to work. But I just want to focus. In this map, again, HellRaisers are going to clash with FoolEsports, because every single time their drop locations are the same, they have a clash, and HellRaisers always won the game, and I want to see the same thing.
Well, I would love to see any early game fights that we have, and it is going to be quite interesting to see as to how this map of Sanhok, which is already pretty fast-paced, which already requires the teams to be a little aggressive in the how they think about team fights, is going to be if we compare the playstyle to the first game. Like, if we look at all the Erangels that we have had so far, I think the last Erangel was the most aggressive ones that we got to witness from the teams playing. And if the trend transitions over to this matchup and Sanhok becomes more aggressive, that means we're going to see a lot of early game action and the mid-rotation fights as well, which teams do not really prefer on this map. You do want to get that safe compound or that high ground over the ridge. That is usually, in this case, just going to be a mountain with a lot of grass, and you do want that position before you end up taking a fight. Or even if you are caught in the middle of the rotation, you are just going to prioritize getting to that position. But let's just see what happens in the match. As the match is live, the trajectory of the plane is in front of us, and it starts from the northern side of Kampong and goes all the way towards Camp Alpha.
Yeah, that's true. And the team, maybe they have a very equal shift. They can go to their favorable position very easily. And every single time, Fixes mentioned that this region always prefers some vehicles to do their rotation. And in the games of Sanhok, in the map of Sanhok, are they going to do the same? The time is going to tell. But ZARAR Esports, they are moving to their favorite location, which is Camp Charlie. And I want to see, there's no team in front of them. Can they? This is a best thing for them, because maybe they are not going to get into some early fights. They're going to do their basic loots, or they're going to do some advanced loot as well. But look at the split of Portal Esports. Again, the same split from the players of Portal Esports, and again, HellRaisers are moving towards them. Can they caught off guarded? But if we are talking about this thing, look at the zone. It's again favoring towards the western side of the Sanhok maps, and every single team inside the zone except Team H2E and Oxy Esports.
Yeah, I mean, Oxy as well. So Oxy right now sitting in the top 8 position. they don't have an incentive to be aggressive. They can just chill the entire time in the match and try and see as to how things work out for the other teams. Portal Esports, they're going to be in some trouble, but as I said, Portal Esports doesn't really care at this point as to how the matches go, sitting quite comfortably on the first position, and it's going to be really difficult to for any team to go up and challenge them. Solo, the team on our screens right now, they've landed in the ruins area and are surrounded basically by the teams, the players in fact, of TeamOP. So even they, Solo Esports, TeamOP, FoolEsports, Portal Esports, in the circle is actually just on the western side of the main island and has almost the entirety of Ruins Island and the Camp Alpha Island in it. The teams will have no incentive to move in. Not No Rules. The players of No Rules on towards Paradise Resort, they will just have to move a few meters and they'll be inside the circle. So once again, no incentive to actually force a fight. H2E, ZARAR Esports also on the edge. I'm not going to count them. So H2E and Oxy are the only two teams out of the 15 that we have in this match who are not in the circle. So early game fights are going to be a little tricky. I'm expecting Solo Esports and the players of TeamOP or FoolEsports just trying to fight it out in the early stages. RDX, if they cross over to the ruins, to the Camp Alpha Island from the main island, that's when they are going to come in the contact with the players of R3D. But it looks like this is going to be a slow pace start to the match, and post 5 minutes we're going to see if anything happens.
Yeah, that's true. And the thing is, if you're going to witness some fights, if the Oxy and Team H2E decided to move towards the Corey side, maybe they are going to face the team which is PKVIRUS, if they are going to stay at there. But I don't think so that they are going to stay there. They are just going to move forward, be inside, in the center of the zone. This is going to be very good if they decided this. But right now, our Team OP, they are again going to do the water rotations and move towards the area of Hathin or towards the western side of Camp Alpha, because every single time we can see that they are rotating from the water side. I don't think so that they are going to do, because they are already playing on the edge. They are inside the zone. They don't have to do some rotations. They can easily loot some areas. But Team Solo, they are looking quite strong. Nobody is in front of them except our team. We can talk about NextGen Esports. If they are going to decide they're going to move little a bit upward towards the Sami side, and still we didn't hear a single gun sound. Maybe the teams are quite safe, or the teams don't have to take a fight. And you know what, I didn't expect this thing from the Pakistan region, because every single time we talk about Pakistan region, what we have, that some early fights, some early knocks, and very aggression coming from the team in a very early stage every single time we think. And the same thing we can say in the map of Sanhok. And still, the area of Sanhok is quiet. And ZARAR Esports, they are going to do some water rotation? I'm a little curious, because they are on the edge of the Camp Charlie side.
Yeah, edge of Camp Charlie, but on the southern side as well. So I don't think it's going to be a water rotation. They can basically step up out in the open, just cross the two mountains that are in front of them and be inside the circle. Not even cross both of them, just start climbing the first one, and well, they'll be in a comfortable position. We do see the players of H2E move in as well. Most of the teams are starting to cluster up on towards ruins. That is going to be quite a tricky fight for everyone to have. But in the first airdrop, we do have the level 3 kit coming in with the armor, the helmet, and the backpack, along with the tac stock for the rifles, and the DBS is going to be there as well. On Sanhok, well, might be a weapon that you can actually use, put to good use, because most of the fights are going to happen close to mid-range, and you hardly ever take long-range battles. Plus, if you carry this along with a normal AR, be it the QBZ or the M4, you're good to go.
Yup, that's true. And if any team trying to loot that drop, they are not that happy, because every single time, if you are going to loot a drop, you always think that you're going to get a Groza or M249 and Sanhok area, because you're going to have some middle range fight, as Johnny mentioned. And DBS is not that good choice. Yeah, if you're having a DBS, every single player thinks that, okay, I'm just going to stick to my basic guns, which is M4 and AKM, because you can control that gun very easily. And we can saw that players are now moving to controls A-Cam on 3x, or going to do some tap shots, try to connect some tap shots on 4x scope on A-Cam. So this is a nice thing. The players are really just moving up, but we can see Team Oxy trying to rotate from the northern side of Paradise Resort. If they are going to move towards the Hutton Bridge, they are going to face the RdX team. And if we talk about this team, they are not performed well in the previous match, but this is a time you can perform very well. And what do you think, that at which location the zone is going to take a shift? But right now Team Solo spotted down the players of TeamOP, but they are very far away. So this is not that good thing to taking a fight right now, because any single team can hear your gun sounds, or maybe they are going to spot or knock you down, or going to do a third party.
Well, yeah, the third party might come in, but on the other side, I think for that, teams actually need to be a lot patient, which both these teams seem to lack, and they want to take the fight. NextGen Esports, the players are a little bit off with how they have positioned in this situation. So the first fight that I'm expecting is going to be Solo versus TeamOP, since the players have noticed each other out. The players of Solo trying to get into position to actually go for an engagement, but one of your predictions was actually on point. FoolEsports versus HellRaisers, the first fight that we get to see, and the player of HellRaisers was in trouble. Snaker just getting picked off right there, and now HellRaisers are just going to be left with a 3-man squad. And there it is, the players of FoolEsports. They spot out Khan 420 as well, as he's going to be put under pressure by Smoke, who was in his compound. Bunny does get taken down, and quite an interesting scenario, as the 4v3 is going to be turned into a 3v3 situation. The nades are going to come in on the other situation as well. So we do have multiple fights happening in this. Arshid is going to be spotted out by Charlie. He's going to be taken down. So another trade happening right there. But Adnan and Khan 420 in comfortable position. Adnan gets charged upon. He takes a few shots, almost getting knocked down. He's going to be charged inside the compound. And Smoke goes for the finish with the barrel. So HellRaisers, just one man left standing. That's going to be 420, and it is going to be a tough fight for him. Khan 420, can he actually make this happen? The players of Portal Esports, we do see them coming from the distance. A 2 versus 4 situation now in the favor of the players of FoolEsports, and it was the crossing point from Camp Alpha Island towards the Ruins Island where this team has been challenged and has been finished off. So HellRaisers, I guess the score can be turned into a 1-1 right now, since the last fight that happened in the previous map was won by FoolEsports or HellRaisers, and this one on this map of Sanhok has been won by FoolEsports.
Yeah, that's true, but still, 2 players are surviving for the team HellRaisers. And Charlie, maybe he knows the location of the players, because they are in a single compound. If they are going to throw some grenades towards them, they are in big trouble. And Charlie not going that aggressive, because they know that the HellRaisers are very strong right now. He's just moving towards the compound, and Arshad and Khan 420, they are very alert. They are very curious. They want to knock down the players of FoolEsports. They are ready, but can Razors? Okay, he just popped a nade. He also got spotted out, and Razor got knocked out, and Khan 420 is inside the compound. 420 just trying to knock the player of FoolEsports. He just spotted down, but unfortunately he could not able to make that. But from the behind, FoolEsports eliminated the team, and Portal Esports do a third party. If they are going to rush towards them, this is going to be a very good situation for them. And Vegeta spotted down the third player of FoolEsports. FoolEsports must have to give revive to the players who got knocked out, and Smoke is the last man surviving for their team. Portal Esports, Vegeta, do a risk, go for the third party. They are already 1 man down, 3 men. They need a revive. And RdxEsports, they are already very close to the players of R3D. Oh my god, both the players. I'm a little confused, because the names are quite same.
Yeah, I mean, the names are quite similar, but that's all right. I mean, as long as the players are fighting among themselves, we enjoy whatever happens. Danny does take a lot of damage, but we have to see where the damage is coming from. Anubis did take down one of the players, that was Tiger, on the far off distance, and it is the split that RdX is getting punished for again. Anubis, the sway from the M4 is definitely not going to help you. And RdX, so what is happening to them right now is, once again, as I said, the split not working out too great as the players have been caught, but they can collapse upon the players of R3D as well, as Anubis is quite far away. The players have a clear line of sight to provide cover fire for Anubis, though they have to finish him off with the usage of utility. First nade goes, the damage was dished out. Danny's nade misses the mark and is not going to accomplish anything. The second one, he just threw it way far off target. The other two players from RDX are going to be in a lot of trouble, as the three players from R3D can charge in and go for the finish on Tiger and his teammate. But it is going to be an interesting situation as Hamza actually spots out Joker, takes him down, but the trade is going to come in as well. Good thing that Tiger was on his feet, as the revive can also happen instantly on Hamza.
Yeah, that's true. And right now, RdxEsports, maybe they decided to fall back, but R3D not letting you go. They need some kills. But right now, they're just focusing on to revive the player, and maybe they are just going to move inside the zone because only 10 seconds are left. The third zone is going to arrive in just 8 seconds. Anubis still trying to spot some players, but Solo. Right now, a fight is going between the Solo and Team SCYTES, and Phobia of Team SCYTES got knocked out. Can Team Solo confirm that knock into a kill? Maybe the time is going to tell, but right now we are just witnessing a fight between R3D Esports and RDX. They're still trying to engage in this fight, and RdxEsports, they are falling down, they're disengaging, and they really don't want to take a fight in the third circle. And we just hit the 12-minute mark. 54 players are alive, not a single team got eliminated. So from the Sanhok, I didn't expect this thing. Did you expect the same?
Well, not really. I expected the fast-paced game that I always want to see on this matchup, but now we have the rotations happening with the blue zone. That means the teams are trying to play the edge. I mean, for these teams, it makes sense, right? Because they are on the verge of qualifying or being eliminated. They're right now just walking the edge and walking a really thin wire. So they have to be as careful as they can be, basically, and try and get as many placement points as they can in every single matchup. So they are going to go for the passive playstyle, especially the squad of RDX. We do always see them on the back lines. But for the other teams, I mean, they are going to be trying to pick a fight. Teams like, talk about team of Portal Esports, they are definitely going to go for the early aggression. HFD as well, HellRaisers as well. Alright, HFD, they are not playing, they are done with their matches, but HellRaisers are in a really good spot. So they're gonna go for the fight. Oxy, they find the players of RDX mid-rotation, and one of the players has been finished off. That's gonna be Danny. Malik still trying to get away. Did get a knock on Uzi M. Danny before he was taken down. Malik hiding behind the corner in a bad situation, and there is gonna be the finish on Malik as well. But another fight that's taking place right now is gonna be happening as the players of HFD have been caught off guard. H2E, sorry, and it is gonna be the players of No Rules that are charging in towards them. The canted sight in FPP being used by the player. It was an impressive performance, but can only get you one knock, and there goes the entire team of H2E. No Rules just come up in this fight really beautifully and take down the entire squad. That use of the canted sight and FPP was amazing to see, and especially in that aggressive moment.
Yeah, that's true. And one more bad game for the team HV. They got eliminated at the 14th position. Not that good. But the name just really good on the player Samurai. He's just using that canted sight in a very good way, knocked down 2 players. And I just want to mention that, okay, you're having a perfect name, but right now R3D, they are doing a water rotation. Is this going to be in their favor? Because if they're going towards the Lakavi side, Portal Esports is there, and PKVIRUS, they are a little close towards the team of ZARAR Esports. They are just they are on the edge of the circle, and if they're going to move towards the northern side of Naka, they are going to face the team ZARAR. But No Rules, they just eliminate a team. They are now have a good chance to move inside the zone, get some safe position, and just play on edge. That's the main thing. But R3D, they stick to the water rotation. They're still doing the water rotation. And RdxEsports, Tiger and Hamza, they're still surviving for the team. They're the last hope for the team. Can they get the first or maybe the top 5 position for their team? The Sam is going to tell. And NES Sensei, not Esports Sensei, can able to spot some players of ZARAR Esports. He just trying to spot some players of the opponents, but maybe they are just focusing on B in the center area of the zone, and we can see that all the teams are in a good position. R3D Esports, this water rotation worked out, and they are on the western side of Nakan. Okay, I think so. Nice decision that you're going to choose. You're just going to take your rotation from the water side, but the fight is going between TeamOP versus Fool. Fool Charlie, maybe he just spotted down some players of TeamOP. Sushil, he knows that there are some players, but Charlie is the only man trying to scout some players, and the smoke and razors are very far away. So the thing is, I think so he's just decided that he's not going to engage the fight unless the cover or the other teammates are going to arrive.
Well, definitely, I agree with that situation. Need to wait for your teammates before going for an engagement. Otherwise, you are basically taking a 1v4 when you shouldn't, when you wouldn't have to. But Charlie actually does manage to take down Sushil. He gets knocked out, and now there's no one going to be there to trade him out. His teammates are trying to get into position to provide some cover fire for him. All right, do TeamOP realize that he's all alone? I think they do. They are going to go for the finish on the lad, and there is going to be the easy finish. 1 point being collected by the players of TeamOP. They do spot out the other lads as well, as we do see Rajput with the 250s. We did see him still shooting, but I guess he was just trying to show off that was a bad fight, bad decision being made by the players of FoolEsports.
Yeah, that's true. And look at the position of Anubis. Okay, the Adil as well. He can spot the players of R3D Esports in a very bad situation. And NextGen Esports just trying to be a little safe. They are not trying to reveal their position, because this is not the good time. Just have to wait that at which side the zone is going to take a shift. Okay, the zone is favoring them. Right now, you are just free to take a fight, but no rules. Okay, they are still playing on the edge. And Amir of North Esports, he's on the edge of the blue zone as well. Maybe they are going to focus on do some late rotation. Anubis trying to spot some players of R3D Esports. Bro, there's a player in front of you. You can throw some grenade, or maybe you can get a knock, but they are not going to go for that. He's just fall backing. Maybe they're just going to play a little passive, because we just hit the 18-minute mark, but still 13 teams are there. But right now, Fool is just coming into action. Knocked out RDX Tiger, going to finish him as well, and Smoke just got the domination title, confirmed 3 kills for himself. And R3D Enemies can able to spot the Portal Esports player very easily. They have the high ground, but still you are also can spot it down very easily. All the teams are now rotating, trying to move inside the zone, and this is the best thing to gatekeep. Right now, ZARAR is doing the same thing. North Esports and Sites maybe have to be a little bit careful, because you can maybe caught off guarded outside the zone, and ZARAR Esports really want to do this.
Yeah, I mean, they want to take the fight, but the players of R3D in a weird situation. I mean, Anubis, he's going to be... If he gets spotted out by the players of esports, that's going to be an instant knock and finish. These lads aren't going to be able to provide him any cover. He's sitting on the high ground, and while these two guys are just... What are they doing? I think they're just discussing strategy. Solo Esports have been caught off guard by two teams. In fact, Fool from one side, RDX from the other side, and the players are falling left and right. So this could be a really bad game for the team of Solo Esports. Absa falls down as well. He's going to be finished off, and I think Solo Esports, they're almost done. They're out of players to give up in this game. Quite a bad position for the team to be in, and it is going to be quite an uncomfortable position, as well as Moise is going to be the last man left standing. Side scored by the players of ZARAR Esports. Most of the players have been taken down. North Esports quite close to them. Amir has been able to spot out Ghost. The shots are going to come in with the red dot on the M4, but Ghost is going to get prone down. He was prone down, but Amir just somehow manages to connect the headshot on the lad. Is going to get another knock from the side of Sites. Quite an interesting situation. Running out in the open, the blue zone damage was there as well, and did get sandwiched by two teams. But now Amir needs to be careful, because the direction he's moving in is the direction in which the players of ZARAR Esports are positioned. So he can be spotted out, he can be finished off at any given time if he is not careful enough.
Yeah, that's true, and that's why ZARAR Esports is gatekeeping for them. But FoolEsports, they are not stopping, and Solo Esports taken very early exit. They got eliminated at the 12th position. This is very bad, but right now, FoolEsports, again the deadly duo is surviving with the Smoke and Razor. They are trying to fight back, and ZARAR R2 spotted down some players of Team Oxy. He just sprayed down some bullets as well. 2 or 3 bullets got connected, but he didn't get the knock. But TeamOP, they are also coming into action. They knocked down a player of Oxy and finished him as well. And who is? He is Oxy Destroyer. So right now, Oxy, maybe they just have to focus on their gameplay. Right now, they're focusing to get the placement point. The 3 players are alive. And NextGen Esports also want to enjoy the party. Knock down 2 players of R3D Esports. Anubis and the Joker are the last 2 players surviving for the team. How they are going to manage to escape from there? Because, okay, Portal Esports, they are just stealing the kills. Okay, that's nice. And FoolEsports knocked down the TeamOP Raspu. They want to take the revenge. And I think so. This is a nice strategy. You are going to take that revenge. And yep, they are doing the same. But Oxy just knocked down TeamOP Asava. And I think so. TeamOP just got sandwiches between 2 teams.
Yeah, I mean, the sandwich is definitely going to be there, and that is going to put the team in a really uncomfortable position. But look at this. The players of PKVIRUS, Ratho, are being spotted out by Professor from ZARAR Esports, trying to pop up a smoke to protect him. But Phobia, the last man, he is going to be chased down and hunted out by ZARAR Esports. And there is going to be the finish from the range. They are fighting 2 different fights at the same time. Professor does take down his guy as well, but UZM from Oxy coming from the backlines, from behind the blue zone. They get taken down by the blue zone itself, and the shots coming in from mid. This is the last bullet connecting from mid, and Professor, he was surviving with the magic pixel. The players of PKVIRUS did not take an advantage. Oh, the damage is going to come in as well, but does he get the knock? Team Oxy, they took a finish a while ago. PKVIRUS taking the fights again. Professor prone down, goes for the drop shot. He's not going to be able to connect. He gets taken down. ZARAR Esports Cartoons has been spotted out, but he gets the knock on the players of PKVIRUS, who are in a really bad position in this fight. Portal Esports, they take an exit on the 7th position, and R3D Esports, they take an exit on the 6th. We are down to 5 teams, 14 players in just a matter of seconds. FoolEsports, they come in out of nowhere. ZARAR Esports, they are going to be eliminated, and in an instant 2 teams are out of this match. 3 teams, 9 players surviving. NextGen Esports once again inside the top 3 with all 4 players in a really good position to take this final fight, but the players have been knocked out. So Oreo got revived and Adil got knocked down, and in this final 3, NextGen once again with all 4 players, a really consistent performance. But look at this, FoolEsports, they have 14 confirmed kills.
Yep. That's really amazing. In the Sanhok map, you got able to get that, but if you're going to get the chicken dinner, you are going to get maybe 35 plus points. But right now, no rules. Baraka trying to spot aggression coming from the side of NextGen Esports, but they are not stopping. They really want to confirm that kill, and they are in the top 3, and 8 players are alive. Baraka and Jin are the last hope for the team of No Rules. Jin trying to cook a grenade, and maybe he's going, if the nade is perfect, they are going to get 2 knocks, but the nade is a little short and not do a single damage to the player of NextGen Esports. Still, Jin trying to get some knocks. They are inside the zone. If the zone is not going to favor any of both of the teams, then FoolEsports are going to have a good day. But right now, this fight is still going on between. But Razor spotted down Jin. Can he knock him down? And Jin also spotted down Razor. He's just prone down trying to connect some shots, and Vikendi also spotted the players of FoolEsports. So this is the fight between all the 3 teams, and Baraka got a little bit damage, and okay, he can able to knock a player of NextGen Esports. Adil got knocked out. Still the 3 players are alive, and Fool Charlie. Okay, Fool just smoke as they just throw a grenade towards the players of NextGen Esports, but Razor also got knocked out. Smoke is the last player surviving for the team. He's the last hope, and yep, he is having 9 kills. Can he convert that 9 kills into double digit? I really want to see this.
Well, that is going to be a big question, but the players of NextGen Esports are putting so much pressure on him. He goes for the engagement. He gets taken down by a perfect headshot with the barrel in his hand. And Smoke, he is taking this perfectly. But the 3 players from NextGen, they need to make sure that they're using the man advantage to their advantage and not just handing it over for the other teams and the other players, their opponents, to deal with. Because Adil going for a 1v1, that shouldn't have happened. They should have been 2 players charging in towards Smoke. And And now Sanhok can easily get a backstab, and the players of NextGen Esports are distracted as well. Baraka with the candid side did try to take the fight, but it was No Rules who get taken out first. And then it's gonna be the last player from FoolEsports, Smoke, being eliminated. NextGen Esports, 2 chicken dinners back to back on the very last day of the semi-finals. So I think that does the trick. That's going to be the point at which, yeah, you are already in the heading towards the finals, and now they can just chill for the next 2 games.
Yeah, that's true, and tremendous performance from the NextGen Esports. I just want to discuss what strategy they are using every single time they are in the top 3 and manage to get that chicken dinner. And the main thing is, every single time the 4 men are alive. So manpower, every time this is give you an upper hand. FoolEsports always trying to fight back. They have the 2 men surviving, but the 2 men give a very effective play. They can manage to get 14 kills. And how many points did they have?
Well, we're going to find out, but before that, we're going to have a look at the MVP for this game. We know it's going to be Smoke. He had 9 kills, 1206 damage, 24 minute 5 second survival time, and distance covered 4.93 kilometers. So they landed on the edge of the Ruins Island on the north eastern edge, so right on the northern part of Ruins, and from there on out did not really have to rotate much, just move towards Nakham quite early on, and the fights that they took were pretty incredible. I mean, Smoke, he just went on securing so many points and getting an opening in so many crucial fights for the team. It was an impressive performance from these lads. But moving forward, also talking about getting the 2nd position, so a lot of overall FoolEsports, they're going to be quite high up. NextGen Esports, there might be a possibility that NextGen do get pushed down as far as the match standings are concerned, but they have been super consistent.
Yep, that's true, but ZARAR Esports, they are a little worried because they are on the 15th position. Maybe the spot is going to snatch by the team NextGen Esports. But the thing is, the game they are showing is very impressive. Maybe Team Solo have to follow the same thing. I have very high hopes from the team of Team Solo, but they just got eliminated in a very early stage. But have a look at the top 5 player. We have Smoke with 9 kills. We have FoolRaiser as well with 4 kills and 500 damage. But the headshot, he have 3 headshot, impressive. And we have Oxy Uzim with 4 kills with 475 damage. And we have NGS, NextGen Esports Emerge with 3 kills with only 188 damage.
Yeah, efficiency, I guess, is the name of the game for him. But then we have Oreo, who I think dished out most of the damage for the kills for Emerge. And NextGen Esports, no matter how many kills that they have, the 20 points that they got for the chicken dinner are going to be enough to keep them above, well, 90% of the teams in the fight. And it is going to be quite impressive to see how the team carry forwards into the next game. First 2 games already have secured them the spot in the finals, but moving forward, it's just going to be about getting that momentum for yourself for the finals, which are going to be happening tomorrow. So finals, as me and Fixes, we did discuss this yesterday as well, finals are a really short deal. You have 2 days, you have 12 games, and then it's all over. Then you have the 3 teams moving forward towards PMPL Season 2, but today is going to be the day that decides whether you even get the opportunity to play in the finals. Let's have a look at the standings for this match and see how many points the teams ended up getting for themselves. FoolEsports, well, 14 kills in total, 28 points for them. Then we have the players from NextGen on the 2nd position. They just got 5 kills, but look at that, 25 points, so really good average for them. ZARAR Esports, they have 12 points from this matchup. I think they're going to climb up, but really slowly, and still might be in the top 16. But apart from them, most of the teams did hold a good standing in the top 15, so not really that much to worry about or anything to scoff about. Moving forward in the standings, we are going to see the teams that are struggling right now in the leaderboard as far as the things are concerned, and those teams are going to be worried about the next 2 games. So Solo Esports, especially ZARAR Esports as well, they are going to be, I think, moving forward to the... ZARAR is going to be moving to the 16th position after this matchup, and they will be looking to forward to the next 2 games to climb up. HellRaisers doesn't really matter, already in a really good position. Solo Esports, H2E, RDX, these 3 teams, the next 2 games are going to be really important for them.
Yeah, that's true, and we can see Team SCYTES is also there. They are on the 15th position or maybe on the 14th position. It's a bad game. Sanhok is a bad map for them, and they got eliminated at the very early stage. They got the 10th position in the overall standings. But I still want to see the leaderboard. I'm very excited how the team are just shifted towards at which side. But I think so that there's no change in the first page of the leaderboard.
Well, I agree with that. I don't think there's going to be any major change in the first page. But for now, let's have a look at the team card for the team that got the chicken in this match. That is going to be FoolEsports, and I think they are going to make it into the top 8 in a really good position right now. Smoke 20 kills, Razor 20 kills. The damage output is coming from every single player, but Bunny is not having a fun time in these fights. So Bunny just has 4 kills, has 705 damage, and even the average survival time is really low. So FoolEsports, they are doing really well, but it's mostly just Razor and Smoke and Charlie putting in the work for every single time that they played. And even from them, Razor just played 13 matches, the rest of the lads have played 14. And one thing about FoolEsports is the survival times, they are super low.
Yeah, their survival time is super low, but they are focusing on the kill department. That's the main thing, and HellRaisers just opposite to them, they are focusing on the placement points.
Yeah, definitely. And let's have a look at the leaderboard as well, and I think we can confirm the things that we just said, as the placement points and the kill points are going to be in front of us over here. And yes, HellRaisers, they have 103 placement points and have been focusing on them. The reason why they are in the top 8 in the 6th position. But as we said, no change, absolutely no change inside of the top 8. Let's just straight up move forward to the next part of the standings and see how things are looking over there. NextGen Esports, wow, the jump to the 9th position, that was incredible. SCYTES barely managing to keep themselves inside of the top 15. Oh, Golden Stars almost facing an exit. Them and R3D can take out Golden Stars at HFD. 128, 125 points for them. R3D also 125, so HFD is definitely coming down sooner or later. SCYTES sitting on 121 points. ZARAR Esports, if they do well and SCYTES does well as well in the next game, Golden Stars is going to be out. If all 3 teams move up, HFD is going to be on the 15th position. And in the last game, if North Esports and Solo Esports actually manage to go for that hard push and get the chicken dinner, HFD is going to be out of the finals as well.
Yeah, that's true. They are a little worried because maybe the points are very close. They're almost at the same chart. But the thing is, how the team are going to play. Right now, R3D is in a big trouble because the fight is very amazing in the second chart of the leaderboard. All the team, obviously, every single team trying to be on the top 15. R3D didn't perform that well in this game and the previous game. They didn't show that performance we expect from them, because in the previous day, they got the chicken dinner, they got a boost, and that's why they are in the second chart. But I want to see the same aggression from their side they just showed yesterday. And right now, if we're talking about aggression, the team NextGen Esports take on the, maybe they are on the 9th position of the leaderboard. What a jump! What do you want to say? That strategy is very amazing.
I mean, they are being really passive with the playstyle and picking the major fights towards the end circles, towards the final situations. But they still have 2 more matches left. They are going to chill in those 2 matches, since being in the top 9, you don't get to drop anywhere lower than the 14th or the 13th position from that point, and in a comfortable spot right now. Let's head to a short break, after which we're going to head to match number 3, which is going to be played on Vikendi. So you guys stay tuned and keep watching. We'll be right back. Hello everyone, and once again welcome back to the PUBG Mobile Club Open 2020 Fall Split Pakistan Region Semi Finals. My name is Warren Super Johnny John, being joined on the desk by Shadow this time, and this event is sponsored by the Oppo F15, which has the fast charging feature. So grab the chicken dinner with the lightning fast charging Oppo F15. And as we move forward, it is the time for our third match for the day, which is going to be played on the map of Vikendi, and it's going to be quite interesting.
Yes, it is definitely going to be quite interesting because these teams are left with just 2 matches for the day. This is a do-or-die situation for them. If they don't perform in these 2 matches, they are not making it to the finale, especially the bottom half of the teams which are in the leaderboard. Let's see how they perform, because it is quite a pressure situation for them right now.
Yeah, the pressure is definitely going to be there on some of the teams, be it Team Solo Esports, be it ZARAR, be it SCYTES as well, because if SCYTES mess up, they are going to be out of the top 15. They're already out of the top 15 basically, and just walking a very thin wire for now. I think 2 teams that are going to be in pressure and are not even playing are going to be HFD and Golden Stars, as I've mentioned, because it is a tie between R3D and Golden Stars with 125 points and HFD with 128. So if the teams below them, if the teams that are still playing the 2 matches actually perform really well and finish in the top 4 somehow with a few kills, they're going to climb up, and HFD and Golden Stars are just going to be stuck on the 16th and the 17th position.
Yes, definitely the teams have to perform, and when there is neck-to-neck competition, when there is a tie between the point system, the 2 teams having the same points, these 2 teams will definitely have a neck-to-neck competition among themselves as well as the teams which are above them in the leaderboard as well. So let's see how they perform, because the next match is going to be Vikendi. Teams tend to do a third party a lot in this map, and there is not much cover over there. Obviously, you just have the stones and compounds. Teams are holding edges in compounds in the Vikendi and tend to hold on to their compounds until the zone forces them to rotate. So let's see how the teams perform.
Well, even talking about the compounds, even they are built in a really interesting manner. I mean, they are really small, so you can just toss a nade in there and try and get a knock. But the match is live, so the trajectory of the plane is in front of us, and it is going to be quite interesting to see where this one goes. Oh, it starts from Krichas, goes all the way towards the cement factory, and Vikendi, in terms on the landmass of the map, isn't that big, so we're going to see a lot of teams spread out in a really beautiful manner. I mean, the entire map is going to be up for grabs, apart from the very southern edge of be it Milnar, be it Bihar, be it the winery area. So those parts are going to be tough to reach at, but you can land quite close, try and find a vehicle, and then drive over in that location, even though it's going to be quite risky. And I want to see where the first circle is going to be, because that is going to decide how this map is going to go around. If it's on land, it's going to be a slow-paced map. If we have an extreme edge circle with 40 to 60% water, then we might have some early aggression.
Yes, definitely. If there is going to be a coastal region zone, there is going to be some aggression, but no, the zone is almost on the landmass. There is not much water zone over there. Let's see, Castle will be the highly contested place when it comes to zone rotation, and I can already see players are moving towards this NextGen Esports. They had a very good last match. They are almost had the chicken dinner, but FoolEsports is leading against them with the 14 kills in the last match. And if we talk about the other teams, they are trying to loot away over there, and I can already see teams are contesting drop location. There are 3 teams in the same drop location. Let's see, there is going to be an early fight, early casualties. Let's see how the teams perform in this map.
Yeah, we're going to see how the teams are going to be performing as well. RDX in an early engagement against the players of Oxy. Malik has been caught off guard. Oh, from the rooftop with the G36C. Is not going to be able to get a knock. Goes down really, really low, but jumps down at the right time and is going to be able to survive. And it's not just these 2 teams that are in this area. There are a lot of other lads present. Oxy, they get an early loss for themselves, and the trades are going to come in shortly. Apart from these teams, TeamOP is present as well, and then we have another squad stage going to be H2E. So 4 teams in this area, and I did not expect this to happen. I mean, drop locations do clash, but it's hardly just 2 teams just trying to see who can survive, or both of them just end up walking away in the map of Vikendi. But this time, these teams can actually go for the fights.
Yes, teams can definitely go for the fights, and if we talk about the fights, I already see players centered around Krichas. There are going to be multiple fights over there. Let's see how the teams perform. A solo player from TeamOP is out out there in open and he gets knocked out. It was obviously expected. If you're in the open in Vikendi, you will definitely get knocked out. A revival is a very tough deal right now because I don't see any revival coming in anytime soon the way the player is being knocked out in the open area. Let's see if smokes come into the play. And if we talk about the other teams, they are playing TPP game over there and Barca is trying to spot players from Team 25 and let's see if she will be able to take down players.
Yeah, taking down the players is going to be quite an interesting scenario, but I think teams are going to try and pace themselves in this one. Like, look at this. Even after the knock, the players from TeamOP are not going for the push. And this is the reason you don't do that. Because on this map, when you're out in the open, it's really, really easy to get pick-offs in those scenarios. And TeamOP did not even get an opportunity to revive their teammate Sushil. So you can't be greedy on Vikendi. You have to be really, really patient, especially if you have a circle like this that is centered around the castle area. You have to be really careful with how you're planning to take the fights and how you are planning to rotate as well. You have to be patient even in a scenario wherein you have knocked out an opponent out in the open right in front of you. You can't go for the Russians. H2E spotting out the players of an already weak squad of Oxy are going to finish off another player. RdX, they pick up another fight when the first one wasn't even done with and are going to get a knock from Team No Rules, but getting a finish is going to be quite tricky. And look at this. The players of No Rules do get knocked down, but they are going to be taken back up. The revive is going to come in really, really fast. The players from TeamOP are going to be in some trouble, but RDX Danny with a nade is going to get a knock on Aswa. Aswa did take down Danny in return, so the two players are sort of, they traded each other out for each other's teams, but I think No Rules, they sit at a massive advantage right now since OP are going to take the fight against RDX and whoever wins, No Rules can just pile themselves on top of them.
Yes, definitely No Rules can do that. If we talk about No Rules, they didn't had an advantage. They got off guard in the open area, but right now they are having an edge over the other players and they will be finishing a team, and team has already been eliminated. Kudos to Team No Rules, which have managed to get 4 kills in their favor. And if we talk about the other team, that is Team H2E, players are a little down on health. They need the HP, they need to gain health as soon as possible, and Team RDX Dani is just taking a TPP right across the compound of Team No Rules. Let's see how this fight turns out. And if we talk about Tiger is holding on to a risky position. A better flank coming in from Team No Rules might be a little problematic for him, for Tiger, and an EKM shots are coming towards Team RDX, but not much damage has been done. Let's see what Ronnie and Samurai will be able to do over here. Team RDX has a good compound, good hold over the compound, but here comes a knock. Dani will be taking down players from Team No Rules as well, but there will be an instant revival as they have got a good cover of that warehouse. Let's see if some grenades are popping in from Team RDX over there. Tiger is still holding on to his position, taking the TPP. He's trying to take one more knock, and Samurai just right beside that window. He's going to try and aim for one more knock from Team RDX, but Team RDX players are not peeking. They are not going to take any risk over there, and Team No Rules has already managed to give revive to their teammate.
Yeah, the revive is going to come in, but can they actually turn things around and go for the fight in that scenario? Look at these two teams right now. RDX and No Rules right now on the edge of the circle, and the other players of H2E are closing in from the backlines as well. So a lot of noise is being made by these two teams right now who are shooting at each other, using the utility, popping off the grenades, and that sound cues, those sound cues can be heard by the players of H2E. Now, if I was a player of H2E, if I was one of the lads playing for that team, what we would do is just position ourselves on the high ground, watch this fight from a far off distance, not engage in until one of the team gets wiped out, and you spot out the other players out in the open, exposed and weakened out, and then you go for the finish, pick up the points. Or you can just wait for the knocks to come in for both the teams and then just wipe both of them at the same time, which is a little bit risky because you are taking on two teams at the same time, but can work out in your favor if you're sure in your teammates and your coordination is on point. But so the third party can happen that way. H2E, if they try and take the fight right now at this moment, they can be targeted by both the teams and can be finished off, and I think that's it. They are being a little too impatient, just charging in towards the players of RDX, and they have been spotted out already. So RDX can now disengage from the fight against No Rules and take on the players of H2E, which is exactly what they tried to do, but They got sandwiched by both the teams. Ronnie getting a knock for his team. H2E, Ati got a knock for himself. And now RDX are just going to be left with Tiger as the last man surviving. So H2E just swooping in like a wave, but No Rules has the opportunity to counter this team. Look at this Hacker taking the fight. He's going to be taken down by Tiger. Dre trying to charge in is going to be spotted out as well, but the shots are not going to connect. And now it's going to be a challenge to climb up on top of the mountain as Malik is going to be finished off. Danny gets taken out as well, and I think Tiger, yes, Ati did get Tiger. And there goes the team of RDX. So we are down to 12 teams remaining in this matchup. And now it's going to be the next fight is going to be No Rules versus H2E, but from the distance the players of HellRaisers are just going to pass by and rotate inside the circle, not going to be part of this fight.
Yes, definitely. They are not going to be part of this fight because doing a third party is always a very risky thing, especially in Vikendi. You might lose some of your players also there, so you need to have those calculations over there. You need to have a calculated move, calculated push over there. And if you talk about the push and rush in team number 20, that is No Rules Squad. No Rules Squad is directly rushing in towards H2A and will be managed to take one more. Samurai goes there for a knock and perfectly knocks down players of team H2E. H2E is not looking really good right now. Let's see what they will be able to do because team number 20, that is No Rules, is not stopping for anyone. There goes a Molotov, but Molotov does not much damage, and that solo last player standing in from team H2, he manages to take down players of No Rules and finishes him off as well. Takes one more kill point in his favor. Still, it's a 1v3 situation for him. Let's see how he deals with 1v3. Has gotten Uzi. Fire rate is superb in close range, almost unbeatable. Team No Rules players are being very careful while pushing in, but they will be finishing off H2E at the 12th position. And let's see, Team No Rules is performing really well. On the other hand, if you talk about Team PES, last one standing with a very low HP over there, it is going to be a very difficult situation for this team because Team R3D is not stopping for anyone. Talha, the last solo player, needs to heal up really fast, but he has only 10 bandages over there, and R3D is not taking any risks. They know it's a solo player. Still, they are being very careful over there. They need to revive their teammate as well. Let's see some grenades popping in there. I think grenades can go, but no. Team is going for that Uzi kill over there and will be eliminating Portal Esports at 11th position.
Yeah, the low finish for Portal Esports, though, is not going to affect the team at all, just because of how they have been playing in the last few days, how they played yesterday, and well, the position in the leaderboard right now. So we have had 5 teams take an early exit in this matchup on Vikendi, which means these mid-game stages can be really, really slow, but the teams are clustering towards Dino Park and Tawar area, so it's going to be quite an interesting scenario to watch them fight and see how they are going to retaliate in these situations. On the other side, we do have the team of Solo Esports, who are quite separated from the teams along with the players of No Rules, but No Rules, they had to take 3 different fights just to be able to get into that position. Solo Esports, they know how to avoid everyone, but the thing that they need to do is avoid everyone up until they have like 3 teams remaining, and then step into the fight, get a few kills, and if they take an exit, then that's going to be okay for them. But if they get eliminated early on, I think they put themselves in a really bad position for the last game.
Yes, they will definitely put themselves in a very bad position, and they don't want that, especially when they have left with only 2 matches in their hand and they are not even the top 10 of the leaderboard. They want to hold on. This is a very crucial match for Team SCYTES and all the other teams who are in the bottom 5 over there. And if you talk about the other teams, that is PKZ, they are just holding on to their compound, looting smaller compounds, and I can see already Team No Rules player who was in Goroko making rotations towards the villa. Let's see how that turns out for this team, and there are some mini shots coming in from Team R3D over there. And Castle, like I said, it's going to be highly contested, and team number 10, that is Solo team, is trying to hold on to this. And if you talk about Solo, they had an amazing performance in the group stages, but this match, let's see how they perform, because in the semi-finale, they are not up to that mark. And there comes a spray from Team FoolEsports. Team Fool, amazing kills in the last match. Smokey, I think he was the MVP as well, if I'm not wrong. Tries to take some shots over the rotating teams, but not much damage has been given to the other team. Let's see how Smokey does in this match, because they have already managed some amazing kills in the last match. They might try to go for a passive gameplay and get maximum position points over.
What the strategy airdrop that came in this match with the DPS and the level 3 kit. DPS are not going to be. It's just going to stick to the assault rifle and the SMGs, as most of the fights are much in this match. I think players are just going to stick to the assault rifles and the SMGs, as most of the fights are going to be either at extra a low rate of fire, and the immense that they do see the players. They don't see the players right now, they do see the compounds, but this is a good strategy. So what they're trying to do right now, they're just trying to make sure the instincts do kick in and the team decides to back off. Adnan is gonna be on the other side of this mountain just waiting for his teammates, and they have another team in there. That is gonna be quite a tricky position for them to deal with. But if they can actually take the fight from this high grounds, I think, and just hold off their opponents, not be too aggressive, just be a little more patient, then this position can actually work out for them and get them the chicken dinner moving forward in this game. Most of the teams just clustered towards the western side of Castle will be moving south shortly if the circle takes a drastic shift. Solo Esports, they are quite comfortable inside the castle area, and as you do see, the blue zone is moving in slowly and steadily. A fight happening between ZARAR and SCYTES, I think, as one player has been taken down.
Yes, one player has definitely been taken down, and this is going to be a little disadvantage situation for the team, because in the final circle you need all your 4 players. Teams having all their 4 players definitely have an upper hand, but teams are definitely centered around towards the western side of the castle, like you said. So I might see some casualties among those 3 teams as well. Like R3D is there, team number 12, that is our SCYTES team, is already there. SCYTES doesn't want to be in that situation right now where 2 teams might charge in towards them. They want to gain maximum kill points as well as the position points. They don't want an early exit, especially in this match. And the next match and zone again makes a concentric shift over there. Teams are going to be quite happy because it's favoring almost everyone. They are being a little passive. They are holding on to the zone, on to the center of the zone, especially, if I could say. And some teams are having an amazing start, like Team R3D, Team No Rules. Team No Rules is leaving no chance over there for not getting the kills. They have already managed to get some amazing kills in their favor. And Team R3D have already spotted down the players of Team Sky. There should be coming in any bolt action. M24 shots from Team R3D and air coming spray as well. Let's see how Team Fool performs in this match. Last match was amazing. Amazing kills from that team as well. And Groza, Rana is having a Groza over there. Teams need to be a little careful in the close range from Rana.
Yeah, I mean, they have to be really careful. I mean, the Groza is going to be super deadly at the close ranges, and it is an impressive weapon. So the drop weapon, we'll have to see if the players from PKVIRUS, how are they going to use it right now. Might just come into contact with the players of FoolEsports, and I mean, if you get piled on upon, if you are facing a 1v2 over a 1v3 situation, even the Groza is not going to save you. So the player has to be really careful. Don't split up too far away from the team. That's one thing that we have seen again and again get punished, and it is going to be incredible. RdxEsports, even this time around, this time they did try to take a full-on 4v4 fight, but it was in the early stages. We did see 2 third parties come in. RdxEsports were themselves third-partying another team, and then they got climbed upon by the players of H2A. So an unfortunate situation, but we'll be focusing on the next game. Where are you trying to get that car in? Alright, now it's stuck, I think.
Yes, it is definitely stuck. They need to find another vehicle over there. They were being too safe with the vehicle, but we have a perfect driver.
He gets it in.
Yeah, perfect driver. We need a driving skill. We need to learn the driving skills from Rana over there, but they are going to hold on to this compound. Let's see if they'll have to rotate. They manage to take this vehicle outside safely, or they are going to get stuck again. That would be a question also.
I mean, I like how I like how focused he is. I mean, Rathor would have given the information, hey, there are players up in front of us, we need to be careful. And he's like, no, priorities first. His priorities are set straight. Need to save that vehicle. Need to save the Zima, just because I don't know why. He could have just parked it on the other side and still been like in a position to get it out of an uncomfortable position if the shots come in from the rear. And now they need to focus on the players of SCYTES. So a 4v3 situation being developed for the players of PKVIRUS. The circle is not moving that drastically so far, but I think the next one is going to be one of the major shifts that we have in this game. And the only way this game can get exciting from this point is if it either takes an extreme shift towards the north or towards Villa.
Yes, if it takes a shift towards Villa, teams are going to definitely face a difficulty. And we know in Vikendi there is definitely going to be one hard shift of the zone. We'll have to see where that hard shift goes towards, because teams are centered around at the center of the map. They are hoping the next zone will be favoring them, and zone is about to close in just few seconds. And if we talk about no rules, they had very long rotation. They dropped all the way into Goroko, and right now they're holding on to their compound in Abbey. They had very long rotation, and that is working in their favor because they are almost just few meters away from the zone, and shots are being exchanged between the two teams again. Let's see who will get knocked out. And if you talk about Team Solo as well, Team Solo might do a third party over there. And Team 20, that is no rules. I want to see where they are going to go and hold on to the compound. Team Fools is looking really good, holding on to a compound in the Tova. Team Solo is going for some rotations. We'll have to see. They are trying to rotate from the southern side over there. And if we talk about Team HellRaisers, they are also in a very close vicinity to the players of Team NGS, NextGen Esports.
Yeah, I mean, it is going to be an interesting situation to see how these teams are planning to face off right now. As we do head towards almost the closing points of the game. So now we are hitting the late game stages on this matchup on Vikendi, as we have reached the 18-minute mark. But 6 seconds, 5 seconds, and then we will have the blue zone come in, and we will be seeing how the teams are going to be moving. So the circle did take, well, I have to say, a decent shift towards the western part, but most of the teams are already in there, so not enough incentive for anyone apart from the team of No Rules to move in. ZARAR Esports are taking a shift towards the northern side, and that's where they'll be entering from. But as we did see, most of the teams were already positioned in the area closer to Tuar, and they already had compounds for themselves, so rotating is not going to be a good decision. SCYTES, they are actually rotating right now quite early on, and they have sort of decided, I think, to move towards the Villa area, and that is why I said it wasn't a good decision. You were surrounded from every single direction. Why step out in the open to take the fight? Rathor is going to get punished by R3D Joker, and that is going to, you're going to see that quite often. People get punished for being really, really greedy.
Yes, people do get punished for being greedy, because at this point of the time, you don't need to go for those kills. You need to get the position points. Hold on to your position. Be friendly with the zone. Hold on to your positions over there. In the end, kills are definitely going to be there. Team obviously was being a little greedy, but that's why he got punished. But there comes a revival as well. There is not going to be much damage. And if you talk about Team SCYTES as well, their player also got knocked out, but I think they have managed to give him a revival over there. But Team Solo, they are in a 3v1 split. That is not going to be a very good thing for them, because Team FoolEsports is very near to the player of Solo, that is Psych. Psych needs to be very careful. If Team Fool players spot him out, there won't be any backup, and he might get easily finished off as well, which Team Solo doesn't want in the situation when they are not in the top 10 of the table. And if we talk about the zone, zone has taken a little northern shift. Teams are going to be a little happy, but if we talk about Team NextGen Esports and Team HellRaisers, they are going to make some rotations over there from the southern side of the map, and there is a possibility of Team FoolEsports or Team Solo Esports doing a gatekeeping for them.
Yeah, I mean, the gatekeeping is going to happen, but it is going to be quite an interesting situation as to, is it going to be successful, or are they just going to fall down and fail with that? But we do have No Rules. They are being shot at. Jin is going to be taken down. Ronnie was finished a long time ago, and it is an interesting situation because it is North Esports that are coming in from the outside of the circle. No Rules do make it in, so now if they get a revive on their teammate, they can actually just gatekeep the players that are going to be coming in towards them, and their direction, the location has also already been revealed. So quite a predicament for the players of No Rules. And North Esports, they come in. Snow with a nade coming in. Samurai is not going to be facing the damage of the nade as the nade bounces off a little bit far away. But now the charging does come in. Can they spot Snow out? But no, Sensei with the high ground. And it is going to be a really, really interesting, a cheesy position coming in from Sensei. No Rules, they do not know where they are being shot at, and Sensei is taking full advantage of it, dishing out so much damage, steps into their crosshairs finally, but by this point it is already too late. The players of No Rules are not gonna make it. Jin survives with a pixel of HP, but that is not gonna accomplish anything. They get wiped out. The positioning from Sensei right on top of that one rock. I think he was like a he was basically Batman at that point, just looking at his opponents from up high above and just finishing them off as soon as he saw the opportunity.
Yes, definitely. They couldn't spot out from where the shots were coming in. And if we talk about the higher ground, Team NextGen Esports is holding on to a high ground, and they have already spotted the players of Team HellRaisers. They were trying to shot some damage to them, but didn't manage to get much damage because they were holding on to a compound. There was a good cover, and I already see Oreo making full use of that Vikendi foliage over there. They've got some Dacias for their cover if they are in the open. Team FoolEsports is still trying to hold on to the compound. They are in a very safe position. The team that is going to contest them is going to be Team HellRaisers, which is in the same compound as FoolEsports, and one more team which is trying to enter. They might possibly hold on over there. The same compound is going to be our team NextGen Esports. But if we talk about NES, North Esports team, Sensi is just going in the open. There is no other team, but he needs to enter into the zone. The zone has already taken a little northern and the eastern shift over there, and most of the teams are still outside of the safe circle. I'm going to see maximum rotations from the southern side of the map where FoolEsports is there, and Team HellRaisers are also going to be there. They're making a parallel rotation. There is going to be some little difficulty in that situation. And if we talk about Team Fool, Bunny is just going in for those knocks, but Bunny will be knocked out. Bunny has been knocked out. He caught off guard, and Team Fool needs to give him a revival as soon as possible, but I don't think that is going to be possible. But now it is going to be possible just barely at last few pixels. Team FoolEsports has managed to give revive to their teammate. All the 4 players are still in the game. They are looking good. Let's see how HellRaisers goes over there. They are trying for a charge in towards FoolEsports. One player will be caught off guard, but no, that was a perfect reflex coming in from FoolEsports. Let's see, a player needs to get revived as soon as possible, but there is a grenade coming in, and this grenade can do a lot of damage on the and grenade, perfect grenade coming in from Fool Charlie. He is the grenadier, eliminating players of the Team HellRaiser. There's a last player over there. One more now coming in for Charlie. Charlie is unstoppable. Last solo player standing in from Team HellRaisers needs to do something really quick over there. Either he needs to fall back and retreat from this fight and go for the position points, because 1v4 fight is not the very smartest decision right now, which Snaker is trying to do. The grenade not doing much damage to FoolEsports, but very well, FoolEsports managed to get 3 kills in their favor.
Yeah, the 3 kills are definitely going to help them out. HellRaisers, at this point, I mean, that's going to be a decent finish for them, considering how this team is looking inside of the leaderboard. And it is going to be an interesting situation. Snaker left all alone, just trying to see if he can be safe, but FoolEsports, their next targets are going to be the players of PKVIRUS, and they are trying to charge into this barn houses. The players have been cornered out. 2 players going for the aggression. Oh, Razor, just right on the other side of the wall are his opponents, who are not being aggressive. They are just sticking inside the house. If the nade can bounce off the wall and land in their direction, then they might just be eliminated. But Razor with a nade, just trying to see if he can catch them off guard, throws it in perfectly. And can the damage be dished out? The answer is going to be yes. One player has been knocked down. The last lad hiding inside the smokes, and the shots do connect from Razor. He's going to wipe out both the players from PKVIRUS, and we're down to 7 teams, 20 players alive.
Yes, definitely. 20 players alive. That was a perfect cooked grenade. Team from PKVIRUS should have anticipated that there was going to be a grenade coming in anytime soon, but I don't know why they didn't anticipate that. But FoolEsports is not stopping. They are going for those kills, and Snow is getting some damage over here. He's trying to enter into the zone. He's trying to rotate into the zone, but he has already been spotted and has already received much of the damage. He needs to heal really fast and give zone the priority. But Team FoolEsports is also going to have to enter into the zone, but the team that is going to be waiting for them is going to be SCYTES, and SCYTES is taking down the players over there from Team North Esports, and one player has already been down from Team North Esports. Let's see, Ghost will be able to give too much damage, and there comes one more knock, and this team is in real trouble right now, Team North Esports, because the last man standing is barely at the 10 HP over there. He needs to heal up really fast. He has to give revival to his teammate as well, and he has to enter into the zone again. Let's see how that turns out for this team.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. We're going to see how things are going to turn out for this team in a few moments. But as we say, 5 teams, 16 players alive, and FoolEsports, they're doing really well again with the number of kills that they have. Solo Esports, they don't have any kills, but I like the fact that they are still surviving into the top 5. If they can actually make it into the top 3 or into the top 2, with this sort of a performance, doesn't matter if they have the kills or not. They are going to be really good. So 15 points, I think, is what minimum Solo Esports need to be aiming for in this matchup. And FoolEsports once again just trying to charge in towards the players of SCYTES. Phobia, he has thrown some utility to cover his tracks and tries to fall back towards his teammates. It is going to be a 3 versus 4 situation. Fool, they are not scared of anything. Spot him out in the open, go for the knockout, and Smoke just somehow manages to survive. Smoke actually gets the knock with the help of the Groza in his hands. Ghost did spot house his opponents, and if he can throw a nade perfectly into the compound where the players of Fool are, then they won't have a fighting chance. Oh, just missing out on the cover fire, and the fact that the players of R3D ram in as well, I think that is going to be a really uncomfortable position for the team. But Solar Esports do step in for the save as Shaw is going to be knocked out and finished off. Solar Esports coming in for the third party. I think that has to be the saving grace for the team of SCYTES.
Yes, that has to be the saving grace for Team SCYTES. It is a blessing in disguise for them, the team doing a third party over there. And team number 14, that is our team R3D, is not looking that good. FoolEsports is looking really good with a total of 8 kills. North Esports is down to just 1 man. Sensi is the last player standing in from that team. And I can already see Smokey being prone over there just behind the wall. He might want to hold on to that position. He already knows the players of SCYTES are inside the compound. A perfect grenade can get the job easily done. Let's see if Smokey goes for that grenade. He needs to be a little careful of the players of Team Solo who are also trying to enter into the zone. If they spot him out, he will be taken down way too easily. And if we talk about Bunny, Bunny is inside the compound, very safe as of now. If we talk about the formation of the team FoolEsports, they are looking good. They have to charge in towards SCYTES player, and Team Solo has managed to be in the top 3, which is what they needed in this time, and has got 2 kills as well. And just look at that, they have got all the 4 players as well. There is a possibility they can go for this chicken dinner as well if they manage to take down players of Team SCYTES, which they can easily do because Team SCYTES players are outnumbered. The revival is coming in. There are just 2 players from Team SCYTES. A perfect push can easily eliminate Team SCYTES at the 3rd position. But let's see if Team FoolEsports and Team Solo decides to get engaged in a fight among themselves. That is again going to be a blessing in disguise for Team SCYTES, and Team Solo is directly charging in towards Team SCYTES, and let's see how this turns out.
Yeah, I mean, we are going to find out how this team is going to go for the aggression, but I think Solo Esports have decided to go aggressive at this point, and SCYTES are going to be finished off. There it is, the last kill coming in for Ghost with the MP5K, down to 2 teams. So Fool versus Solo Esports in the final fight, and FoolEsports, the fact that they have the Groza and Solo Esports have just cornered themselves inside of the compound is going to help them out so much. Ghost has been taken down as he did try to peek off Smoke, the man with the Groza in his hand. FoolEsports, they're charging in together at this time. Psych is going to be spotted out. He's going to be taken down as well as the headshot from the AK is going to connect on him. But Ghost has been revived. Oh, he hasn't been revived yet. And this is going to be a tricky fight. They are trying to use the choke point. But no, Moise is going to be the last man left standing for his team. Bunny dishes out a lot of damage, but Bunny takes a lot of damage as well. His teammate charges in, finishes off Moise, and there goes Solo Esports. So Fool, they get a very good chicken dinner in this matchup. Missed out on the opportunity in the last one, but this one I think they are going to be happy about it.
Yes, they are definitely going to be happy about it. They missed out in the last match. They got their amazing kills, but just missed out on that chicken dinner, those high kill position points. But
yeah,
they are going to be very happy. They have already got the kill points and the position points in this match. And one more team which is going to be very happy is Team Solo.
Yeah.
They have managed to come in the 2nd position.
Yeah, Solo do have the 2nd position, but I think kills is where they are lacking. They do get, I think, 16 points with the 2 kills that they have in this matchup. But we have to see when we look at the leaderboard before we head on to the last game where that team is going to be. But MVP on our screens right now. FoolRaiser is going to be the MVP this time. 8 kills, 679 damage, 28 minute 27 second survival time, and distance covered 8.25.
Yes, distance covered is 8.25 over there, and MVP had to be from Team Fool. They were just going in for those kills. Last match, Smokey, 9 amazing kills, and just look at the kills of Razor again, 8 kills. They are going for the kill points, and they are always pushing in towards the team. They are going aggressive, but not blind aggression is there. They are going for the calculated move and calculated charge in towards the team, which is why they are always managing to be in the top right now.
Yeah, I mean, it is an impressive performance, and the way they picked up the fight as well was pretty impressive. But FoolEsports are already inside of the top 15, so that means the points are being taken away from the teams that are trying to qualify, and that is going to put a lot of teams inside some trouble. But top 5 players on our screen. So Razor is going to be joined by his own teammate Smoke, and Charlie is there as well on the 5th position. And then we have 2 players coming in for the team of No Rules. That's going to be Baraka and Samurai.
Yes, definitely. And if we talk about Team No Rules, they had an amazing start to the Vikendi. They were able to eliminate 2 of the squads over there. They had landed in the Goroka. Squads were contesting RDX. They managed to eliminate RDX. They had amazing start, but not that much. They could continue for a very long time. They had an early exit. Let's see how they perform in the next match.
Well, we're going to find out how the team is going to perform in the next match because it is going to be super, super important for them, and the pressure for the next game is going to be pretty immense. As the last game of the semi-finals is going to decide the 15 teams that move on. The battle is still close. I mean, I'm pretty sure 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, those positions are going to be so close that it is going to be 1 or 2 points just separating them apart. Also, is HFD going to be dropped down? That's going to be a big question. Where is the team of Golden Stars going to be? Because those teams have already completed their games. They are not playing today. So they are just going to continue to drop. HFD started the day off with being in the top 9, sitting on the 9th position, and then constantly dropping down slowly and steadily. But we do have the match summary in front of us. I do like the conversion rate this time. At least they've dropped it down really low. So from the 80 knocks that we have yesterday and just 50 kills being confirmed, we are down to 67 knocks, 53 kills being confirmed, headshots 9, smokes and nade is going to be a really nice number, 111 smokes and grenades used, out of which 3 grenade kills were there and 3 airdrops looted. We did see the Groza in action. What about the other 2?
We didn't see the other 2, but I think they were not put to good use over there because teams definitely which had gone for those 2 other guns. One was DBS. I saw in the airdrop. One was DBS. That doesn't count as well. Which was the other gun? We don't know, but let's see how the teams are going for the airdrops in the next match. And let's go towards the standings right now of match number 5. Match number 3, I'm sorry.
Match number 3 of the day of last day of the semi-finals, that is day 5, because we did have days where we had 6 games every day. And talking about the standings, I mean, FoolEsports 35 points from this game, quite an impressive performance. But then look at that, the kills on the other teams are really low. No Rules was the team that did pick up a lot of kills, all because of that third parties that came into the situation, and that is when they sort of capitalize on this. On the second half, from 9 to 15, we just have 2 kills for all the teams combined together.
Yes, just the 2 points combined. RDX need to perform really well. The teams which are in the bottom, they have to perform because next match is going to be the last match. The teams who are already leading the table, they are going to go all YOLO, like just we have seen in the other semi-final matches of the previous groups over there. So that is also a possibility. And the teams who are already at the bottom, they might try and mess up with the game of the teams who are trying to be in the top. But
well, that might just happen, and let's just have a look at the leaderboard and see how the situation is. I am not expecting any major changes inside of the top 5. FoolEsports, they take the 6th position. HellRaisers are on the 7th, but both the teams are making it into the finals already, so that's not going to matter. TeamOP as well already moving forward in the finals. So straight away moving forward to 9th to 16th position and see how the teams are doing in the second chart of the standing, because that is where all the intensity is going to be. That is where we need to keep our eyes on. These teams inside of the top 8, nothing is going to stop them. I mean, there is no way they get eliminated from the finals.
Yes, they are definitely not going to be eliminated, but the teams which are going to have a little trouble are going to be North Esports, which is sitting at the bottom of the leaderboard with 124 points, 124 points, followed by Golden Star at 15th position with 125 points. Team HFD with 128 points at 14th position. Team SCYTES have just gained a little in the leaderboard, is sitting at the 13th position with 134 points.
You know what? Golden Stars are basically out already. I have to say this, because even the top 15 make it, and the difference between Golden Stars and North Esports is 1 point. North Esports just need to join the lobby of Erangel, and even if they take an exit, they're going to get 1 point. They're going to be tied up with Golden Stars, but because they have more kills than Golden Stars, they're going to get the 15th position. Moving forward, we have ZARAR on 119 points. So they need to finish way high above the players of North Esports to get the position. Solo Esports 115. So up until the 18th position, as I said, 15, 16, 17, 18. It's just going to come down to that very last game to see who is going to make it into the finals from here on out. HFD as well. I mean, if two teams perform really well, just because difference between Golden Stars and HFD, that's just 3 points. Even that can be challenged, and we could have two teams being kicked out instead of just one. So that last game, it's going to be so intense. It's going to be really interesting to see how many teams are going to be eliminated. I mean, we know how many teams are going to be eliminated, but how many teams do actually make it just from that last game? But I mean, the last match also, it's quite significant since it is going to be on the map of Erangel, so the teams are going to be outputting their best strategies.
Yes, they are going to be putting in their best strategies because they are already way too familiar with this map. They are going to go super aggressively or super passively. We'll have to see that in the match.
Well, we will find out in the match, but right now we're going to take a very short break, so you guys just stay tuned and keep watching. We'll be right back. Hello everyone, and once again welcome back to the PUBG Mobile Club Open 2020 Fall Split Pakistan Region Semi Finals. It's going to be time for the last game of the semi finals, where we will see the 15 names come out of the list of the 24 teams that we have, which will be moving on to the finals. My name is Warren Super Johnny John, being joined on the desk by Shadow, and this event is sponsored by the Oppo F15, which has the fast charging feature. So lightning fast, lightning fun. And as we move on to this last game of Erangel, so the picture has been laid out for us. 15th position, 16th position, 17th and 18th. They are just separated by 4, 5, 2, 3 points, and it is going to be a really close finish.
Yes, it is definitely going to be a neck-to-neck competition between these teams, because just like 1 or 2 points difference is there. So let's see what is going to be their strategy. They still have the chance to make it to the finale. So say they are going for a little. I'm excited to see if they are going for passive approach or the aggro mode in the early stages of the match, which I think Team FoolEsports, which is already leading, they are, I think, going for a super aggressive gameplay again. But first, let's see the leaderboard over there, and let's jump to the leaderboard straight in.
Yeah, the leaderboard is going to lay out the picture in front of us, but the first half of the standings, I mean, first 8, there's nothing there. This is what we want to focus on. So, HFD on the 14th position, 128 points. Then we have Golden Stars, 125. And as I said before we went on a break, they are basically out of the finals the moment North Esports join the lobby. So if North Esports are inside the game, they can go in the game, drop out of the plane, and just go into the water and just die that way, and they are still gonna make it to the finals. That's how close this is. But North Esports, they don't have to worry about Golden Stars. They have to worry about the teams right behind them, because look at that, 128, 125, 124, and then we will have the team with 119 points, somewhere around that, right on the 17th position. So in the third chart as well, 16th, 17th and 18th positions are also going to be quite close, and it is going to be ZARAR Esports, see, 119 and 115 position for Solo Esports. No rules, they are going to be in a lot of trouble. So no rules, H2E, Roxy Sports, they are, as you said, they are going to look to create chaos for the other teams, for Solo Esports, for ZARAR Esports, for the team sitting on the 16th position right now. And we'll have to see how these teams actually manage to survive and make it into the top 15.
Yes, we'll definitely have to see how these teams tries to survive, and the teams which are at the bottom, like you said, who are trying to mess up with other teams, how they outperforms them and still manages to get in the top 15 and qualify. We'll have to definitely look for that. And one more thing, competition is always going to be there. Competition is never stopping, and you can't take any match lightly. You have to perform in every single match, because every match counts, every kill point counts. You can't just ignore any one of the things, the position points or the kill points, both matter equally. Yeah,
you have to balance things out for yourself, basically, and every team has a different play style. So the teams that are gonna go for the placement point, when we say a team goes heavily for the placement point, doesn't mean that they are not getting those kills as well. Those teams take fight later in the later stages of the game, and the teams that we say are super aggressive, even with the aggression, they somehow have to manage to finish in the top 5 every single time. So that's how you try and keep a balance between them. Going for the placement points just means that you're constantly finishing in the top 3 with at least 2 to 3 kills every single time. Going for the aggression means you have a lot of kills. You are gonna go for those 10 plus kills every single game, but you are finishing in the top 5. You're not getting those chicken dinners. You are not making it to the top 2, but inside the top 5, that's where you are gonna aim to finish. And keeping that sort of a clear picture in your head jumping into every single match is going to be pretty important, especially in this one, and especially for teams like ZARAR Esports, teams like Solo Esports, teams like North Esports, who are just on the verge of making it into the finals. But HFD and Golden Stars, I think they are going to be watching this game with their fingers crossed, and they are going to be hoping that these 3 names that I just took, these 3 teams mess up horribly, are the first one to take an exit, so that the other 2 teams can make it.
Yes, definitely. The teams who are above you, they are definitely going to hope that you mess up somehow, you just take an exit or your internet goes off, anything. They are just going to hope for every possible thing so that they can stay in the top 15 and they can qualify. But that is not going to happen. We always wish that the other team out doesn't perform well, but no, everybody is giving their 100%. They are also fighting as hard as you. They are also fighting for that top 15 15 finish.
Exactly. Everyone wants to move in the top 15 because top 15, well, they move from the semifinals to the finals. And the last game on Erangel, the thing that we were waiting for, the thing that you are waiting for, is live right now. So let's just have a look at the trajectory of the plane, which starts from the Savannah area, goes all the way towards Ferrypier. The last opportunity for all these 15 teams to make it well in the top 15 of the leaderboard and see how things go out for them in the finals. But it is going to be an interesting situation for everyone as the match has already commenced. And I don't know if I should be expecting early fights in this matchup. I'm a little bit confused about that.
We can expect early fights from the teams who are already at the top of the leaderboard, but the teams who are not in the top, they are going little passively. They are going to aim at the kills in the later stages of the match. They are going to hold on to their position, and I can already see players dropping in towards Siverny on the team. Let's see if any teams goes towards the school and school apartments, because these fights always tend to last a little bit longer. And if we talk about Team RDX, they are also taking a drop in towards Pochinki. Let's see if they goes over there. And Team Solo is either going towards Primorsk or military base. We'll have to see that. And Georgiapol containers, two teams are dropping in. And if we talk about Team PES, they are having a split drop. I'm never in the favor of split drop because they are always risky.
Yeah, they are going to be risky, especially when you can be surrounded and picked off in the early stage. But Portal Esports, they're used to this. Well, that is a little bit weird. Tala and his teammate Vegeta usually just drop on the same side of the map. This time Tala has headed towards the players of HellRaisers, I mean towards the side of the Georgiapol containers. And that's going to be quite an interesting situation for the team to face right now in these early stages. But also H2E and R3D coming in contact. GamerX needs to back off from that position, otherwise Joker is just going to finish him off.
Yes, Joker will definitely finish him, but he's also getting a backline support from his remaining three teammates, which are having a higher ground in the Rozhok over there. They can easily give a backline support and can eliminate Joker as well. So GamerX, as long as he is just behind that broken wall, he's safe. But if he tries to charge in, then the situation might turn in the favor of R3D Joker. And Joker already knows there is a player. He's being a little careful. He's just taking a TPP. He has got a UMP-45, no armor, no healings. And at this stage of the match, I don't think team players of other teams are also having many healings. But what just happened? R3D Shaw just pushed into the players of H2E. That was a very risky and brave move as well, but it didn't work in his favor, and R3D is now down to 3 players as H2E managed to eliminate Shaw in the early stage of the match. R3D needs to be careful right now, and GamerX is still holding on to his position at the broken wall. I don't think Joker has got any grenade.
Yeah, I mean, utility is not going to be important in this scenario. If they have utility, they can actually try and pick off the player from H2E with that. But I think it's just going to, for these two lads, the fight is going to be about how their teammates are going to help them out. But on the other side, FoolEsports, last time they were being really well. This time they're getting taken out by pistols out of all things. So, gonna have to figure out how the team needs to stay back in, as Razor was finished off early in the early stages. The circle also split between the military island and the main island at the same time, has shifted towards the, has actually formed towards the eastern side. Oh, Red, he's gonna score out Joker. The shots come in, the damage has been traded out, but AKM damage is gonna out damage whatever weapon the player from R3D brought with him. GamerX coming in from the other side as well. Oh, it was Hacker who actually got the knock. Anubis in the back lines. It's going to be a tough support that he needs to provide to his team. And as I said, for GamerX and Joker, it all came down to the fact as to how their team was going to decide to play rather than how these two lads were going to do it.
Yes, we'll have to see how these two lads are going to do. And if we talk about Anubis, he's just right across the road over there, trying to provide some support to his teammate. But no, that won't be enough because Joker was caught in the open and he has already been eliminated from the game. And Team R3D is now down to 2 players on the other end. Team SCYTES Ghost is also going in for that knocks, but Ghost has got knocked over there. Let's see. There's an interesting fight going on between Team SCYTES as well. And if we talk about Yasnia, Team Fool players are also taking a fight with the players of No Rules, and No Rules is just trying to eliminate FoolEsports, and that was a very risky move coming in from H2E, coming out in the open, trying to charge in. And let's see if Dead will be able to take down Anubis. And yes, he manages to take down Anubis. R3D Anubis is also down on his knees over there. Walker is the last man standing from his team. He has got a 1v2 situation, but a revival is also coming in from H2E. Let's see what Walker does in this situation. I think he's trying to retreat, which is the wisest move from his end, because he needs to go for that position points as much as possible. He has already lost 3 of the players, and pulling off a 1v4 clutch is not that easy.
Yeah, it's not going to be that easy, but how are you going to make it happen? I mean, it is going to be a tough situation for the player to be in, but we have seen those things happen before. I mean, we have seen them in South Asia as well, and especially in the last matches. FoolEsports, no rules. They're just playing with the players of Fool. Bunny at this time was trying to juke Ronnie, but that's not going to work out. So the team that has been doing really well for the last 2 games are going to be the first ones to be eliminated in this one. But it's not going to matter to them. I think they just want to take a chill pill at this point. They are already heading to the final. So this standings do not even matter to them. They are going to accomplish nothing. At this point in the semifinals, it is all about making it to the finals. It's not about winning the entire thing. It's just going to be about qualifying for that next step, where it is all going to come down to the final showdown of the finals, where you are going to be required to finish in the top 3 and make it to the PMPL Season 2.
Yes, you definitely have to make in the top 3 anyhow you have to go for that, and I think teams are also trying for that. And if we talk about the team Solo, who has dropped all the way towards Nova Rap, and there is a bridge camp is possibility coming in from Team SCYTES as well. And if we talk about Team OP, Rajat over there, they are trying to rotate into the zone, same as Team 11 plus, that is NextGen Esports as well, is trying to rotate into the zone. If we talk about the teams rotating into the zone, all the teams are trying to take the path from Rozak. Just look at the team centered around Rozak. There is going to be a complete chaotic situation. We can also expect some car battles over there, but Team NextGen Esports is trying to be a little smart over there, and I think they are going to rotate from towards the Yasna, as they have already managed to change one of their path. And Team North Esports, if we talk about North Esports, they are holding on to the school apartments, and Team 19 is still outside of the same zone in the Water City.
Yeah, the Water City is also going to be a comfortable position for the team for a while, as long as they do not move, because the moment they start moving, look at the cluster of the teams that are going to be watching out and gatekeeping them. I think Solo Esports and Oxy have somehow managed to get themselves in a really good spot, because no one is going to think that teams from the other side are going to be still sticking to the military island. At this point, everyone's going to be anticipating for the teams to have rotated already, and the players of RdX just pulling off some amazing stunts with the vehicles during the rotation, but they have to be careful, because if they are caught off guard, they are just going to be finished off. They are in the middle of nowhere right now, heading towards the farm split area.
Yes, definitely. And if you look at the position of R3D Plus and Team NextGen Esports, they are in so close vicinity to each other. Walker, the last man standing from his team, he is in a very risky position. He might want to hold on wherever he is and not make any movement, so that the players of NextGen Esports spot him out, and they have already rotated away. Walker is safe as of now. And if we talk about Team OP, they are also making a very late rotation from Sivoni. They have looted the compounds of Sivoni. They are trying to enter into the zone, and they are already having a split, if I'm not wrong. They are split in a 2v2 split, having 2 other vehicles. Let's see which path they choose. And if we talk about Team H2E, they are on the Rozak Hill over there, which is going to be a good position, but Team RdX might get engaged in a fight with Team SCYTES, as both the teams are in the farm area.
Yeah, I mean, the area fight is going to happen but RdX, they do spot them out, and that is why open areas are quite risky to be in. But now RdX, they're going to have to figure out how things are going to work from here, because once you fire those guns, once you are firing on all cylinders, you have given away your information, and since the compounds are going to be quite far away from them, the charge in is going to be a huge risk even to the players of RdX. All the teams are right now positioning themselves closer to the edge of the southern part of the main island. That is going to be the Nova Repnoi bridge. Solo Esports still sticking to Nova Repnoi containers, and well, not just doing anything. They are just there and they are waiting for the circle to move, which actually does move to the shelter area and the farm area as well. The first airdrop coming in this match brought with it the Groza, the tactical stock, the military vest, and the helmet and the backpack. So the entire level 3 kit is going to be there. H2E, the player was really low, but the backup has arrived for him.
Yes, the backup has arrived for him, and the solo player, I think he's in a very much pressure situation because he's not making any movement. He's just laying around in the squad and trying and hoping for the best that the players of TeamOP doesn't spot him out, because he doesn't want to get eliminated at the 14th position. No matter what happens, he wants to try and retreat. He's just hoping players of TeamOP just move in away from this compound. They just go towards the zone, which is also a possibility because this compound is not in the zone. As long as TeamOP doesn't spot out Walker, he is safe because they are going to rotate any minute because zone is not in their favor, and Team Solo is looking pretty comfortable with Novo, as Novo has got little part of Novo is still in the zone. And if we talk about Team Oxy, they have just changed their path, who were going in from towards Novo Rap has somehow decided to go for the not instead of military base bridge, they are trying to go from the Novo Rap bridge.
Yeah, I mean, Novo Rapnoy Bridge is going to be quite an interesting place to rotate from, because you can, at this point, expect the camps to be set up. Also, the rotation is going to clash with the players of Team Oxy as well. Psych is going to be sandwiched out of nowhere. But right now, focusing on this fight, R3D Walker is going to be poured out by the players of TeamOP, and he goes in pretty aggressive. The entire clip of the barrel being sprayed by him, but he catches no one. He needs to reload right now, switches over to the Spiral, tries to take this one, but the damage is not going to be there. And R3D Walker is going to be eliminated from this match, in fact, as his team is going to be thrown out. And R3D, they, I think, were holding a pretty good position inside the top 15, so not much to worry about, but they are still going to watch this match and see how the other teams, Team SCYTES is going to do, Solo Esports is going to do, and the team of North Esports is going to do. No rules, how they perform. So they are going to keep an eye out on all these teams. Solo Psych is going to be spotted out, in fact, by the players of Oxy, and is going to be taken down, but the other players are going to be crossing the bridge as well. And Oxy can be in some trouble if they do not catch the other players of this team in the middle of their rotation. What is Team Solo doing now? They just turn around and completely abandon this situation.
Yes, they have completely abandoned the situation. They don't want to lose any more plus. They are going for a little passive fight over there, but Team Oxy is definitely not going passive, as they are now engaging in a fight with Team RDX, and they have already managed to take down one of their players. And Team NOR, on the other hand, No Rules is also eliminating players. They have managed to earn one kill in their favor. Just look at Team PK. They have lost 2 PKVIRUS, have lost 2 of their crucial players. They are not looking good. They have to move into the zone as soon as possible, hold on to their compounds, avoid fights, because they are just down to 2 men. But Team Oxy is looking pretty good over here. They have managed to take down players from Team RDX. Hazma has been knocked out, but he'll get an easy revive, as Team RDX is just holding on to that triple story across the road. And they are Team Oxy. Just look at that, both the teams. They have a 2v2 split out there, and players might rotate from the right hand side, and Voltrex just at the bridge will get knocked out by Tiger DP. The laser spray always goes from DP, and Voltrex has been knocked out from Team Oxy. Well, let's see what is going to be the next move of Oxy players, as they are already on the flank.
Yeah, I mean, being on the flank is going to be quite interesting, but the circle shift, that, I think, changes everything in this matchup, as it has moved completely towards the Milta Power area. And it is going to be SCYTES, the only team right on the western edge of that circle. The rest of the teams are going to have to find a way to rotate into this position. Most of the teams are coming in from the west as well, so that's going to result in a lot of fights happening in the open area that's right outside the Milta Power Plant. And that raises a lot of questions as to how are the teams going to take those fights. The teams on the backlines might just have an advantage of third-partying everyone else in front of them, but that could be the thing, that the teams actually manage to hold off the fight. If they get held off for too long, that they are going to be in trouble with the blue zone coming in. So a lot of questions that are going to be answered in a little while. But look at that, look at the cluster forming right in the center. TeamOP coming in an engagement already, and they take down the player that was putting them in trouble. And this was the cluster I was talking about. NextGen North Esports is there. We have No Rules in the backlines as well, and all these teams, they are trying to survive, they're trying to fight so that they can go to the finals. NextGen, they are just doing this for points at this point, but North Esports, this game matters a lot to them. H2E as well, as they come in the fire, in the crosshairs of the players of HellRaisers.
Yes, they have definitely come in the crossfire of the team HellRaisers. Team NGS, NextGen Esports is still holding on to that compound, and Milta Power is going to be complete chaos. And look at this squad house. Just look at this. More players are already down from Team H2. H2 is not looking good. Hacker is at very low HP. He needs to gain that HP, but there is a grenade coming in, and he will get knocked out over there. Perfect grenade coming in from both the sides. One last player is standing from Team H2. R3D is going for those kills. He's going to confirm those kills. Every point matters to him right now. It's a 1v1 situation for him, and there comes in one more grenade. But let's see this grenade does any damage. No, it won't do, because the player is just right outside of the air damage zone. And let's see, it's 1v1. Other players are also walking in from team number 15. That is HellRaisers. Other player is also coming in. R3D is in a 1v2 situation. Let's see if he manages to pull this 1v2 situation here. And Arshad is going for a revival as well, and now it's not 1v2, it's a 1v3 situation for R3D.
Yeah, it is going to be a 1v3 for this lad, H2E Dread, but I think the good thing comes in the fact that the blue zone was there, and the pressure from the blue zone is going to make sure that his opponents start to run away. If he has enough heals, he can. Oh, the nade from Khan 420 is going to make sure that Dread is not going to do anything. He's not going to get an opportunity to do anything. He's just going to be taken out. But now the damage from the blue zone is going to force these players to start with their rotation. The team of Portal Esports, it was quite close to them, but Portal Esports do actually get away from the blue zone first. The next zone is going to be quite close to both these squads, HellRaisers and Portal Esports, and they make it in there quite easily. Solo, they overshot the zone, so they're going to have to fall back a little bit and find a position inside the circle right now and take the fights.
Yes, definitely. They will have to take a safer position. They're safe as of now, because there is no other team who has already spotted them out. But if we talk about TeamOP is in a bit of trouble as Team RDX King. DP spray is going on over there. They have a slight rich cover. So as of now, they are safe. They need to be very careful about this, because both the teams are in way to open area, and King is not stopping for anyone. He's just peeking around and taking shots from his DP, and 4x scope as well. He has already spotted out Destroyer. Destroyer might want to go for a flank. Voltrix is trying to distract the players of Team RDX. On the other hand, if you look at the kill feed, North Esports players are also engaging in a fight with Team SCYTES, who is just at the center of the zone.
Yeah, I mean, just being at the center of the zone, you can actually be under a lot of pressure, especially in this circle, wherein you're going to be quite exposed out in the open. And this team TeamOP, they're going to have to move a few meters to be inside the circle right now. The blue zone is closing in right behind them. So 16-minute mark, and down to the fourth circle. 11 teams alive, 37 players still here. ZARAR Esports picking up a fight against the players of RDX, who are just inside the watchtower right now. Professor has spotted them out. From the Scarwell, switches over to his DMR, back to the Scarwell, and I think just sticking to the sprays is going to be pretty important over here. Oh, he spots out Tiger, but he's going to be a little slow with his reactions and misses the opportunity to get a knock.
Yes, he definitely missed the opportunity to get a knock. And if we talk about Team RDX, they're holding on to a Visitor, one of the most risky plays to hold on to if a team's pushing is in towards you, or there is a charge coming in, and perfect grenades can definitely put that team holding on to that Wizard Tower on the back foot. So holding on to that Wizard Tower, RDX needs to be careful. If a push is coming in, they have to manage it, defend it somehow, and Team ZARAR is already in a very close vicinity towards that. And if we talk about Team Solo, Moez might be able to take down 1 or 2 knocks from Team North Esports. Let's see, No Rules Esports, I'm sorry if he'll be able to manage, but Team No Rules players have already spotted him out. Samurai is coming in for that knock, and backline support is also on point of Team No Rules player. Moez has to hold on to it. It's a 1v2 situation for him, and he's trying to give some damage across the broken wall, but he's not able to give much damage. On the other hand, he's receiving lots of damage over here. Still, it's a 1v2. I think Ronnie is going for that flank. He might rotate from the left-hand side and backstab Moez, which is also going to be a very good chance for him. But no, Samurai is going for that kill, and it's a 1v1 situation, and it finishes off Solo Moez, and Solo Esports get eliminated at the 11th position.
Yeah, they take an exit quite early on in this matchup, and we are down to 10 teams, 33 players alive. So now these players of North Esports, can they actually pick off the second fight right after that one? And it is going to be against the players of NextGen, who are right in front of them, but with the high ground advantage. So RDX, they have been cornered out, and the possibility for them rotating out of this position, it's going to be really, really low. I mean, with all the 4 players surviving, of course, but well, I get a smack in my face because the range has been taken down by the players of RDX, and they have actually created an opening for themselves. Danny is the aggressor, but Hamza is going to be joining him soon, and they actually do manage to get into a perfect position to go for a flank and to put this team of ZARAR Esports in a lot of trouble. But the circle is going to be the thing that puts everyone in the trouble, as the massive shift towards the northern part is going to come in.
Yes, the shift has definitely come in, and if we talk about Team RDX, if they goes for the right side rotation, they are going to be way too safe, because the only team that is going to be contesting them is going to be No Rules. And if we talk about Team ZARAR, they have to move in and they have to go towards the zone, but Team RDX is trying to give some damage. On the other hand, Kratos is trying to take down plus of Team RDX, but no, Team ZARAR is going to give priority to the zone, which is going to be the wisest decision, because zone is about to close in within 6 seconds. And if we talk about Team HR, Khan 420 has already been down, Adnan is also down. He has been finished off by TeamOP Voltrix with his DP, and Voltrix barely at few HP over there. He needs to heal up really fast. The compound is in the zone, but NextGen Esports, there is a charge coming in from No Rules Esports. Samurai has been way too at the HP, way too low at the HP. He needs to heal up really fast. Back-to-back grenades are coming in from Oreo and RDL. I think Team No Rules will be managed to get one now, but no, they're able to get eliminated. And what just happened over there? Team No Rules just got eliminated, but Emerge has also been knocked out over there. But I think he will get an easy revive. His teammates are just right beside the compound.
Yeah, I mean, it is going to be just beside the compound, but on the other side, the opportunity to get a revive is going to be quite easy if proper utility usage has been. Talk about utility, look at how many smokes have been laid out over there. But NextGen Adil does spot the charge incoming in from TeamOP. The shots were fired. There has been one knock that has been taken down, but Emerge is going to be knocked out as well, so the trade does come in. ZARAR Esports, the players are stuck in the middle of nowhere. Just all these smokes protecting them. Cartouche with a nade is going to try and take them out, has already got a knock with one nade and throws the other one in the same direction in hopes of getting a finish. Another one, the red zone being made by these two players from ZARAR Esports, and they are just wreaking havoc on the players of Oxy. Destroyer is going to be the last man left standing, but going over to the other side, SCYTES versus RDX, they are sharing a compound, all these 8 players. Quite an interesting scenario, as Hamza and Danny were taken down, but the revive is going to come in. But now ZARAR Esports finish off all the players of Oxy, and there is going to be one less team in this matchup, as we're down to 6 teams, 20 players alive. And I think RDX, they have the highest probability right now, along with the players of SCYTES in the same compound. Phobia is going to be taken down. Tarzan and his teammate Bablu hiding inside one room. Tarzan on the stairs right now is going to try and revive his teammate. Hamza was taken down as well, but the revive should come in shortly. And NextGen Esports take an exit as well from this matchup on the 6th position. So 5 teams remaining, 19 players alive.
Yes, 19 players alive, 5 teams remaining, 2 teams are in the same squad. There's a perfect Molotov coming in from Team RDX, will be eliminating a player of Team SCYTES, and he's just being burned over there. He need to heal up really fast. Hamza, we might go for one more grenade, and that will put Team SCYTES on the complete back foot, which are already outnumbered over there by Team RDX. Tarzan is just aggressively pushing it towards the players of SCYTES, but let's see if he'll be able to take down players from Team RDX, because 2 players are already down. The last solo player, Tarzan, is just there, manages to take down Dani as well, but I think that player, last solo player, that is Hazma, is going in for towards that kill, and he'll be finishing off Tarzan, and SCYTES will get eliminated at the 5th position.
But look at that, RdxEsports is just one player left standing, and that is not going to keep them in this matchup, as the last player was taken down and finished off with style as well, with a grenade coming in. So down to 3 teams. TeamOP, oh, Rajput, that last jump just saved him, as Aswa was taken down, but they had 4 players as well. They are going to be quite low, as the damage was being dished out. So we are in a 4 versus 3 situation. TeamOP, ZARAR Esports, and North Esports. ZARAR Esports, I think at this point, and North Esports as well, they have already made themselves inside the top 15, but how far can you go, and how many teams are going to take an exit? The kills and the total number of points that they get are going to decide that. Also talking about other things, Solo Esports, we're going to see how many points did they get for themselves. It's going to be a tough finish in towards this match, at the end of which we will have the 15 names which will be moving on to the finals of this PMCO.
Yes, definitely. We'll have those 15 names, those 15 lucky names. And if we talk about Team ZARAR Kratos, he's just holding on to that ridge. And if we talk about the players of Team North Esports, there's a player already down on his knees. Revival is coming in any minute, and he has already been revived. And if we talk about Team OP, they have the players advantage of the players numbers over there, and Team North Esports as well, as they have no casualties from their side. And ZARAR is down to 3 man. I think this is going to be a way too close fight that who will get this chicken dinner. And if we talk about the zone giving priority, Team North Esports is in a 2v2 split, and players of ZARAR need to be way too careful because these trees don't give much cover over there, and he's just lying beside that tree. He'll get easily spotted, but no, the range will try to take down players of North Esports. He gives some damage from his mini, but not sufficient to take him down.
Yeah, not sufficient enough to take him down, and he has to be careful as well. It's just a 3-man squad that they have, the players of ZARAR Esports, and the other 2 teams are stuck there with all 4 players. And it is going to be an interesting situation with how this matchup is going to be finished. And quite a close finish. All the 3 teams know where each other is positioned. Oh, Rajput, he's already trying to charge in. That's risky business. We do lose one of the players from North Esports to the blue zone. That happened a long time ago, and just showing up on the kill feed right there. But the smoke's being laid out by the players of Team OP just to get a rotation available for them. North Esports, they are on the edge, and alright, they did leave Sensei and Hamzo in the back lines, just trying to find a way in towards the circle. 2 players have already made their way in towards the edge. Amir gets a knock on Aswa. The spray continues. Can he get another one? He gets the finish instead, and does know the location of the other players as well. Rajput has been spotted out, but needs to worry about Sushil, who has made it quite close to him. And as soon as Sushil does get an opening through the smoke, does get the line of sight available, he is going to go ham on these players of North Esports.
Yes, definitely he is going to go towards those kills from North Esports, but Team OP players are receiving some damage from Karthus. Over there, ZARAR Karthus is in a very good position, and Team North Esports is not looking at all good because 3 players are already down on their knees. The last solo player is standing over there. He's trying to give some damage to the players of Team OP, but that isn't sufficient because there's a slight rich cover in which Team OP are hiding behind. And North Esports is in a lot of trouble as Team OP is just eliminating their players. And if talk about Team ZARAR, they are just watching the game from the sideline, hoping they get kills if they are able to spot the players, and that is exactly what Myth is trying to do. He has already spotted all the players of Team OP, and he's going for that M416 and DP spray, and there's a perfect grenade coming in from Team OP, eliminating Team NES North Esports at the 3rd position with a total of 4 kills.
Yeah, I mean, the kills are going to keep them happy as well, but it's going to be about the position point. ZARAR Esports range gets taken down. Final two teams, 6 players alive, and Derange and Karthus have been taken down. So it is a 1 versus 3 situation. Rajput with a nade towards Myth might just get the finish. The damage has been dished out. The second one goes in, and that's going to be the finish. So the last match of the semi-finals is done. Team OP, they get the chicken dinner, but Team OP, how far away are they from the top 15? And where is the position going to be for ZARAR Esports? How far into the top 15 do they make it? How many teams are going to be eliminated? All those questions are going to be answered as we have a look at the leaderboard in a short moment. But it was an interesting finish because 2 of the teams, like team on the 16th position and team on the 17th position, were there in the top 3.
Yes, we'll definitely have to see if they are in the top 3. And if you talk about the teams who outperformed in the last match, like Team Solo, they had an early exit in this match. We'll have to see the leaderboard to see which teams are going to make it in the top 15. But let's first see the MVP of the match, who is none other than No Rules Jin, with a total of 5 kills. Damage dealt is 660. Survival time is 18 minutes 6 seconds, and distance covered is 6.84 kilometers.
Yeah, 6.84 kilometers. So the distance covered is pretty average, but the survival time, I feel like, is really low. 18 minutes and 6 seconds, getting eliminated quite early on from the point where the match was actually finished. 5 kills, 660 damage, so the efficiency was there, just basically going for the knocks and finishes instantly. But after this, we have to look at the top 5 players as well and see the other 4 players that are going to be joining the MVP in that list. We're going to look at that a short while. And also an interesting situation even to the final fights. Let's just have a look at the top 5 as well. So Rajput does make it with the amount of pressure he was putting on his opponents. ZARAR Esports as well, a lot of kills being confirmed. Then we have No Rules. So No Rules is also going to be a team that we have to keep an eye out on. They have 8 kills already. That means the 8 points were covered from where they were, but can they actually push down the team of HFD? That's going to be a big question, and that is going to be a big challenge as well.
Yes, that is going to be a big challenge, but that question will be answered just in a few minutes because the matches are over. The chances the teams had are over. This was the last match they had in their hands to perform and get in the top 15. Now they just have to wait for the results. Like us, we are also waiting for the results to see which teams are going in for the finale.
Yeah, we are waiting for the results. I mean, before that, we have to look at the match standings though and see how the matchup went. And match summary is going to be also a thing that we look at. And let's have a look at the summary first and see how this game went out. So once again, going back to the trend that started yesterday, 73 knocks, 56 kills confirmed, but there is a number that is way above average at this point. I mean, that is going to be the grenade kills. 10 grenade kills coming in, and just from 193 smokes and nades that were used.
Yes, it was definitely a high fragging game because I can already, like you said, 10 grenade kills. That is way above average as much as we have seen in this tournament. 10 grenade kills does mean a lot. This was a high fragging game, no doubt. Yeah,
definitely a high, I have to say, a more efficient usage of utility because 190 to 180, 175, let's say, is the average number of smokes and nades we see on Erangel every single time. But out of them, getting 10 kills was pretty impressive. Usually, I mean, there was one day we saw over 300 smokes and nades used, and there were like 6 or 7 grenade kills out of that. So this one was a pretty good conversion rate, and standings are in front of us. But these are the standings for this game: 29 points for TeamOP, ZARAR Esports 21, a good performance. North Esports 14 points. Oh, I think Solo is not going to make it. They're not even in the top 8 in this match.
Yes, they are not in the top 8. They are definitely not going to be happy about it. But the teams which are in top 8 is among Team Oxy as well. And look at Team Solo. They are at the 11th position with just 3 kills. NextGen at the 9th position with 9 kills. H2E 5 position points in 10th position. And the team FoolEsports, which was performing really well, was the first team to get eliminated with just 1 point total.
Yeah, just 1 point for them. And quite an interesting finish. I mean, I have a picture in mind that certain teams are going to be eliminated. Golden Stars, as I said, North Esports, they just joined the match and they are going up ahead. We're going to have a look at the leaderboard shortly, and we'll be figuring out the 15 names that are going to be moving from these semi-finals to the finals, and the finals is going to be pretty intense. Let's just move forward and have the reveal in front of us of the 15 names that are going to be moving from here to the finals. Starting from the top, Portal Esports, F4, Team Oxy, they climb up in the very last game. They're going to be moving with the top 3 finish in the semi-finals. TUF is going to be there, Team Bablu is going to be there as well, and TeamOP, they are going to be inside the top 8. HellRaisers as well. FoolEsports, they finish in the top 8. So first set of 8 teams in front of us. But now it's going to be the drum roll time, which is going to be that very first team, because 9 to 16, there's going to be one name that's going to... Oh, wow. HFD not going to be making it. 128 points, 137. So there was a 9-point difference right there.
Yes, definitely a 9-point difference between the two teams, and Team HFD is not going to be happy, but Team R3D is going to be very happy as they have been in top 15 with a total of 137 points. In North Esports, just 1 point way more than Team R3D with a total of 138 points at the 14th position, and ZARAR Esports at 13th position will play the last match with a total of 140 points. 247 Gaming at 12th position at 143 points. SCYTES, they also performed really well in the last 2 matches with a total of 144 points, is at 11th position.
That last matchup was pretty impressive. I mean, ZARAR Esports did definitely need that one, because they jumped from the 17th position all the way to the 13th position, the 4-point jump. Golden Stars, they don't make it, 125 points. Solo Esports still stuck on the 18th. No Rules on the 19th. RDX 20th. H2E 21st. IGen and Exterminators, well, we knew they were not going to head to the finals. So we have the teams that have been taken out already. There's 7 names that are not going to be moving from here. The 8 names, in fact, that are not going to be moving from here to the finals. But the 15 teams that make it will be joining Team Freestyle in the finals, which are going to be starting from tomorrow. So the matchup is going to be intense, as we do know some of the big names that have already faced Freestyle in the previous PMCO. And as I said, that was a really close finish. What is going to happen this time? Are we going to see a one-sided domination that we saw from Portal Esports in the matches that they played today? Or are the new teams, are the new lineups that are there actually going to stand up and put up a really amazing show?
Yes, we'll have to see that, but first we'll have to see the kill leaders of the match, and let's just straight go towards the kill leaders, and it has to be TeamOP Rajput with a total of 38 kills. Average survival is 20 minutes 3 seconds, and damage dealt is a total of 5,104. And the next player following him is TeamOX Yuzm with a total of 31 kills. Average survival time is 20 minutes 31 seconds, and look at the damage, 6,399.
Yeah, quite a lot of damage by UZM, but I want to focus on Khan 420 as well from HellRaisers. He had a really bad survival time. His survival time was 17 minutes and some seconds, and he was still inside of the top 4, so that is pretty impressive. TUF, they have really high fragging players in Edgar and Venom, so just keeping things balanced. Portal Esports, Vegeta is going to be joining the list as well with the 26 kills he had. So decent damage for these lads, good number of kills, but one thing that's constant, and one thing that if I were to compare these teams against the teams that they might just go ahead and face in the future, teams from India, teams from South Asia, is going to be the fact that even though the aggression is quite high, even though they have the same kill numbers and maybe even more kill numbers and more damage, the survival times are much lower.
Yes, the survival times are much lower, and you can't compromise on that, because the survival time is really crucial over there. That gets you the position points. If you're consistent in your survival, you can easily make it in the top 15.
Yeah, you have to finish, well, in the finals you have to finish in the top 3 to go to the PMPL.
Yes, sorry,
that is going to be a big challenge, and it is going to be interesting to see how the teams actually accomplish to do that, because right now it was just the fight to stay in the top 15. The points that you require to do that are going to be much lower, and the fights did happen because of that as well. But tomorrow the intensity of the entire every single match is going to change, as the finals are going to be starting. That means the teams will have 6 games every single day for 2 days. 12 matches will decide the 3 teams that will be moving from this PMCO 2020 Fall Split Pakistan Regional Finals to PMPL Season 2. My name is Varun Super Johnny John, being joined by Shadow on the desk. And before we close the show, a huge shout out to our sponsors. So this event was sponsored by the Oppo F15, which has the fast charging feature, lightning fast, endless fun. And with that, we are done with our show for today. You guys have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.